Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
On Nijigen is your favorite superstar, the multi-dimensional Nijigen Khaiden, a sentient star cluster in VTuber form. Happy Summer Game Fest Day, Minna! Yes, in a few minutes now, the Summer Game Fest 2023 will begin. So yeah, great to see you all, a fantastic way to start the week, and a fantastic thing to have a stream number 501 on Twitch. Haha, whoa, I think I muted myself for a moment there. Excuse me, wow. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, excuse me there, but yeah. Well, I am so hyped for this, and today what we have right here is an official co-stream for Summer Game Fest 2023. You know, I'm only aware, I only became aware of that only very recently. I knew Geoff Keighley was doing the Game Awards pretty much every year. They've been around for much longer than I thought. I think it's like their 10th anniversary this year or so. But yeah, the Summer Game Fest was done last year. It's not something that's been done as long as the Game Awards, I think, but it has been done for a little bit, as far as I know. So I'm more than happy to be doing it right here and to be co-streaming, and I am so hyped for the things I'm gonna see. Of course, not everything is something I'm gonna be aware of. Alan Wake 2, for example, there's a thing they're doing, and I'm not that much into Alan Wake. I've heard of it, I've heard good things about it, but don't really know much about it. Mortal Kombat, on the other hand, ooh, yes, with a new season of a new Mortal Kombat game incoming, or rather, you know, an announcement of a Mortal Kombat game coming, which is later this year, right? I don't remember, what was the release date for that? I don't think I remember, but yeah. Mortal Kombat 1-2, as I like to call it, because it's Mortal Kombat 1, but it's also the second Mortal Kombat 1, which makes it be Mortal Kombat 1-2, and it's also because it's Mortal Kombat 12. So, it's Mortal Kombat 1-2. It's like so clever. I think Ed Boon responded the other day to somebody who was claiming that they knew what they were doing. He was saying that, oh, that is so clever. It's Mortal Kombat 1, but it's the second Mortal Kombat 1, so it's Mortal Kombat 1-2, Mortal Kombat 12. That's so clever. And Ed Boon responded like, yes, I guess that works. Which is not their intention. You know, I have a little theory that what they're really doing here is they intend to really have a completely fresh start with Mortal Kombat, so they don't have to rely on like all the timelines being like they were, and just doing a lot of new things with it. After Fire God Liu Kang reset everything, and let me see if I can reset myself here. There's like 3 Fire Gods I'm aware of now. There's Ifrit, Hephaestus, Liu Kang is another one. Yeah. But I feel like they intend to call the next game Mortal Kombat 2. But I really hope they don't call whatever game comes after this one Mortal Kombat 2. And they call it, I don't know, something else, like Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, you know, just a nice title to go with it like that. And I say that because Mortal Kombat 1 be Mortal Kombat 12, Mortal Kombat 1-2 just works so well. And that's what I'm gonna call it from now on. It is gonna make it confusing, you know, I think, to have this called Mortal Kombat 1, and then how did you refer to the first Mortal Kombat? As just Mortal Kombat? You kinda need to specify. Mortal Kombat 1, 1992. Mortal Kombat 1, but the really first one. Mortal Kombat the first. Mortal Kombat 1-1. Mortal Kombat 1 original, I don't know. But yeah, that's the sort of idea I'm getting. I'm also hyped about Fortnite Wilds. It has been a little while since I last played Fortnite. But I have been sort of playing it recently. At least it's not like several months since the last time I played. So yeah, I think this coming season is a good time to start with more Fortnite stuff. I still need to make some stream tests with Fortnite, like to make sure it's able to run well and all that. But alright, give me a moment, everyone. What the hell? I don't see my source here. I set up a source earlier. What the hell? What the hell? No! I set up a source earlier to have the stream here, and I can't see it. I think I may have been stupid enough to delete it, not realizing what I was doing because I was in a rush to do a lot of things. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to set it up. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult to set it up. Give me a second here. What the hell? I recall doing it. What the hell? Yeah, here it is. I don't know what happened with it, but okay. That's not the way it should be. I was hoping not to have to do it live on the stream, but okay. What the hell is going on? I recall setting it up. I can't see it on my screen here, but okay. Let me just resize this. What the hell happened? This should not have happened. My apologies, Minna. But okay, hopefully it looks fine like this. I think yeah, actually that looks very fine. Yeah. Maybe just let me increase the size just ever slightly. No. Just like this a little bit. All right. Woo! Okay, just in time. Just in time. Just in time. What a scuff way to begin. All right, let's go. Let's go, Joff. Open up the show.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Jeff. Oh my gosh, I've been saying it wrong for so long. What the hell? Did I say it wrong? I'm sorry if I did. Yeah, shikuzo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Let's go.
We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next in video games for you.
I think last year it was not in person. That's why he said that.
So good to be in person with a live fan audience for the first time ever. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, last year's Summer Game Fest was not in person, and this suggests to me that it hasn't been going on for so long.
We started Summer Game Fest back in 2020 from a small
There you go.
I never imagined it would grow
I love it.
into this. Today, the video game industry has come together to show you what's next. This is a cross-industry showcase, meaning no matter where you play games, I hope you'll discover a new game to put on your wish list. The landscape of video game events has certainly changed.
I already have some games on the wish list.
But one thing hasn't.
MK1.
There are a lot of great games in development, and our singular goal today is to get you excited about the future. In just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
It delivers, don't worry.
Let's go. Oh, yes.
Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season.
Nice.
And yes, we do have a very special grand finale
Oh my god.
that you're not going to want to miss.
Let's go.
All I'll say right now. But let's
go.
Right to the games and gameplay. The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting. Here we go.
Oh, what is this? What is this? Oh, what is this? Prince of Persia? I'm not sure. Kind of looks like the gameplay of Assassin's Creed Chronicles. And that makes sense. Ubisoft, Prince of Persia, probably.
The prince has been kidnapped.
It is the Prince of Persia, yeah.
Forbidden land.
That 2D gameplay looked a lot like the Assassin's Creed Chronicles trilogy. China, Russia, India, I think it was.
Rescue him and save
It looked a
the
lot like that. So it makes sense.
We weren't prepared
I like
for
that.
what was coming next.
But I think it might be more than 2D gameplay. Nani kore?
Then again, they weren't prepared for me.
Look at that Chimera. I like it. Oh, there's like, I think the gameplay kind of has some combos in there. You can do some combos against enemies. That's nice. Yeah, it is already very different from Chronicles. It just kind of reminded me of that a little bit, but it's definitely very different. The type of combat you have in there is definitely different. Yeah, the boss fights look good on this. I've never played a Prince of Persia game. I don't recall back in the day, like, people always compared it to Assassin's Creed. When Assassin's Creed was just getting started or so. Prince of Persia was like an influence.
Of darkness. Hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting.
One of the influences, at least.
I will fulfill my destiny.
And now it's kind of the other way around.
Save the kingdom.
Or well, maybe not all the time, but yeah. Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown. Okay. Oh yeah, look at all the devices. What is Luna? Luna.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024. A brand new action-adventure platformer in the
Looks nice.
iconic series with deep combat,
Platformer.
huge boss fights, and of course, incredible
Looks great.
platforming, puzzles, and animation, bringing a modern take on the legendary franchise. You'll be able to see more at Ubisoft Forward, streaming on Monday as part of Summer Game Fest.
Oh.
All right, let's move along.
There's
to
more
another
on Monday.
iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years. That's right.
Oh,
It's time for Mortal Kombat.
already
1.
time. Oh, it's time for Noob Day. Ed Boon.
You're waiting on this one. It has been 4 years since MK11, and ever since, Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm have been hard at work on the most ambitious MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline. And it's coming this September.
Yet again,
Everyone has
but
been
in a different
asking,
way than before.
What does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work?
Oh, what?
Now it is time for combat. No
What new
spoilers,
cameo fighters?
but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay,
Oh,
and yes,
story.
of course, the fatalities
Yes.
of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's do it!
Finish him. Finish her. Finish them. Ooh. Look at that. Is that Kung Lao? Ah. Or the great Kung Lao?
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
What the hell is going on? Ooh! Oh, I think the transitions from the cutscenes into the fights in story mode is the way they did it in a recent Tekken game. I think Tekken 7. I think it was Tekken that did that. It's such an insanely smooth transition. Look at that.
You have proven worthy of joining us.
Fujin.
There are other champions, I must gather.
Ah, look at Hanzo and Sub.
Sento, it's my family blade.
Sento's mine.
Johnny.
And I won't give it up without a fight.
Is that Johnny? Is that Johnny Cage? This looks amazing. Look at this stage. And I assume that's Kenshi, right? Oh, there's tag team. And tag team moves. Wow, what the hell? Those tag team moves, what the heck? Is that John? Oh yeah, that's Johnny Cage. Look at him. And it is a new timeline.
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang.
Look at that Johnny
Protector
Cage.
of Earthrealm. God of Fire.
Oh, there he is. I wonder if there's gonna be Raiden. You know, fun thing about Raiden is that he's shown up in every game, if you include every version of the game at least. You know, Mortal Kombat Trilogy for the third. A fun fact about Raiden. So this might be the first ever game in which he's not present.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Oh,
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
what? That's okay. I know Raiden became immortal after MK11. Look at Sonya. But wow, that is so different for Raiden. And now Mortal Raiden. It's like, I think a sort of that was Kano. Sort of switching of the roles of Liu Kang and Raiden. Look at Kano. MK1 Kano. Sort of. Wow.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
That's a different origin story for Melina. A completely new thing for Melina. Look at that stage also. That's my favorite stage so far. Goro! It's like, it really is a reboot in many ways. Much like Mortal Kombat Legacy, like the movies. Different origins, different sort of reasons for everything. The only one who maybe... Oh, Striker! 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 Oh yeah, and there's Jax. Striker, and he looks like his MK3 self. Oh my god. Striker. Look at these moves though, these tag team moves. Wow. Ah, yes, let's go. Oh. Oh, Kano, classic. Classic. Oh, wow. Wow. Johnny. Raiden. This Raiden is so weird to see. Oh my god. Wait, there's tag team fatalities as well? What? Oh the hell! September 19. Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung looking great as well. What the heck?
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys? Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw.
I have a lot, yeah.
I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon!
Noob Day! Let's go! Or should I say Noob D? You get the point. That's the backward name. Because of Noob Saibot, right? He hasn't aged a day in several years. What the hell?
First of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere.
It's unbelievable.
All the gameplay of MK1.
I have so many questions though. What the hell?
Wants to know more about this because first of all, this is in a it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah.
It's usually from 1 to 11.
Seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into like a fire god, right? And
this is great for the story of Liu Kang.
And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story.
Yeah, like Melina.
Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now.
What?
There's all these things that were rivalries before are now allies.
What the hell?
Mixing the whole thing up. So we're just kind of rebooting, and that's what the 1 is for.
Well, it looks incredible. Everything we saw there was, in-game.
So what about Bi-Han and Kuai Liang as brothers? Noob Saibot.
4 years on this, but the thing we got to talk about are these cameos because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that
Striker
work?
is the one that blew me the most away.
Your main,
Love it.
character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo menu, so you pick sort of a pair. When
Oh, so that's what it is.
Normally, in a fighting game, you'll see a.
See, funny that I mentioned Striker, the character, because it's like the Striker mechanic in King of Fighters.
Second roster of characters, which are a whole new fighters that are the cameo fighters, and these fighters actually they will join the fight, but they
blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you
Look
have
at
some of
Sonya.
Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay.
So they're not full characters.
You can basically combine
like it, though.
these two characters. All the characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's where you see. That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing, the best team-ups.
Look at the dialogue.
So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo.
Wow.
Do you summon them? Is it time-based? Like how often do they
The way the fight starts after the menu. The transition from the menu into the fight is so good.
Summoning them, it's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety, so you can go, push that button with towards, and it'll do a different move. Push it.
So it's a lot like the Strikers in King of Fighters 2000. Many of them were not full fighters, but you could have them as a striker.
And you see, there's like a meter up on top.
That's fascinating.
That'll
I love it.
Limited, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want, and they have like in the middle of a combo they'll have a lot of basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya, you saw come out.
Look at Kano.
Sometimes you'll see them appear twice.
Wow.
So time-based, they come out, and then obviously as you go through, you revealed some of them there, but is it a different set of characters that'll be in the cameos? Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster fighters. You can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? You can same thing with
Kuai Liang and Bi-Han.
A lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And
So good.
there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprise ones. I think you guys saw Goro.
Yes, Goro
was
popped in
there.
there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of like kind of really getting into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting, you know, we really love the novelty of it. We really want the cameo characters to feel, you know, kind of nod to the old games.
Well, speaking of nodding to the old games, let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or it's at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right?
The Johnny Cage we saw right there was so good, though. I love the look of him
I mean, Bloodsport was such an
in a
inspiration.
penthouse, and
Combat
makes
to
so much sense for him.
Yeah, it's a huge.
It's like a whole new person, though, but still Johnny Cage.
The first Mortal Kombat game, we originally wanted to be Van Damme, the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. You know, we were this close, like 4 or 5
At last.
times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices.
Oh.
So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know the team
At
is working
long
so hard in
last.
Chicago to build this.
Time for the
through COVID, and
30th
it's coming out
anniversary.
in September, so we don't have to wait
Kind
long,
of.
right?
That's right. This has been a very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years, and so but we could not be more excited in terms of getting players' hands on it. And you know, throughout the summer, we're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more characters, a lot more cameo characters. You know, so there's a lot of reveals that are coming up.
Amazing. Well, Ed, thank you so much for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters to reveal on the main roster and cameos. Ed Boon, thank you so much. First look at Mortal Kombat. Awesome. Thanks for
Nice.
Amazing.
That was so good.
So excited about
Thank
that.
you, noob.
All right.
Thank you,
Next
Ed.
up, it's been a fun couple weeks for action RPG fans with the release of Diablo 4, which is truly fantastic. Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games, who have faithfully been updating and patching.
I've never played these games, but I heard so many great things about them. So many like versions of Path of Exile and other like RPGs of that sort.
First look at a raw gameplay capture from Path of Exile 2, a sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Oh yeah, this is the sort of gameplay I've seen. I mean, action RPG feels like... This is the same sort of top-down view that they have for Diablo. But, oh, whoops. Whoa. Let me, Oh, come on. I accidentally hit a button on my numerical keyboard and it jumped back. So you have that thing on YouTube where you jump back or you jump forward to like 5. I think I hit 5 and that was 50% of the video so far, so that's where it went. But okay, yeah. This really does look like Diablo, but it's Path of Exile. If I didn't know any better. I don't know, I haven't played either of them. Again, I've heard so many great things about them. Look at that, though. Why does it all have to be so infernal, though? Blood and fire and demons and... From what I understand, Path of Exile had other things going on. But yeah. July? That's very soon. Oh. That's a great angle, though.
The team at Capcom has an important update to share with you.
Aha. Aha. And it just came out like last week, right? Or, yeah, I think it was last week. I've seen gameplay of it on other streams. It looks so good. What's going on with Ryu? Wait, what is this? Mecha Ryu? Mecha Ryu? Look at that Ryu. Have we seen... Nani kore? What the hell is Bikitoa Island? Another, also a Mecha Guile, which I think we saw in one of the Marvel vs. games. Exoprimal. Ah, nice. What is really great is that it's not just costumes, though. Look at that. It's also, like, cutscenes and stuff. Sugoi.
guessing Ryu from Street Fighter facing off against a dinosaur probably wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter Cross Exoprimal collab will launch in the fall with the game coming out on July 14th. But guess what, guys? That may actually not be the craziest collaboration on the show today. Check this out.
Yeah, maybe Fortnite Wilds will reveal something. Let's see.
Can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
Hey, Nick Cage. From Johnny Cage to Nicolas Cage. Let's go. Dead by Daylight Nicolas Cage? What? What? What the fuck is that? Wait.
Dead by Daylight in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but
He's a killer?
I figured the easiest way to find out is probably to go right to the source.
Oh.
This man's creative choices have earned him an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades.
Oh my god.
Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest, Nicolas Cage!
Wait, is he gonna be a killer in Dead by Daylight? He doesn't have the beard here. I think he looks better without the beard, personally. Well, he looks fine either way, though.
Happy to meet you.
Oh my god, what the What the hell?
Yeah, thank you. I'm so happy to be invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Nice.
Finally, I mean, I gotta say, this is such a crazy, unexpected collaboration. I gotta understand, how did this come about? I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite, maybe he'll be in a Hideo Kojima game, but Dead by Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
But is he a killer, or is he...
Of horror, right? Yes. And when I make movies, one of my favorite genres is horror. And in this, and in that genre, there's a character, a murderous ghost named Sadako, who I think is amazing. And she made an appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay. That's what, yeah, I mean, that's what's fun is you're playing one of the survivors in this game, and it's cool.
So he's one of the survivors.
Really is this Museum of Horror, Michael Myers, you said all these different characters all coming together.
Have there been like a collapse for survivors instead of the killers before?
So I play this heightened, exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage. And he's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog. And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing. And there's something about it that I think, as a survivor, is like a bonding experience. It's a bit like hide and go seek. You have your 3 other teammates who are survivors with you, and it's teamwork. You're working together to pull through, and I like that.
I've never played DVD, but I've seen a lot of it. A lot.
Dude, as well, that feeling of bonding with your friends.
And you're fully in for this. I know we heard your voice in there, so you recorded lines for it and everything?
See, I want you to know when you're playing the Nick Cage survivor, I even have, when you're choosing your skins, I even say, always remember to dress to match your talent. I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to me that everything I do, everything I say, from the scream to the grunt, down to the most minimal, exasperated expression of a sigh, whatever it is, it's my voice, so that we are fused.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Fully method, Nick Cage. I love it. I mean, this is so fun. This game, as you said, is such an awesome kind of, collaboration with so many different characters. For you, I mean, how did you find out about
I'm drinking my tea, by the way.
Much about the video game
Somebody very important
That's why
in my family is a Dead by
I go
Daylight
like this sometimes.
enthusiast. And
Ooh,
that's
let's
where I
go.
Put the hook in, ha, pun intended. See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before. Yeah. I'm always looking for new adventures. So this to me was like, wow, I can make a whole new audience, meet a whole new audience, and branch out and go on this Dead by Daylight adventure. I didn't say, it took me nothing but a split second to say yes. And speaking about split seconds, what what I noticed.
You know what I love about Nicolas Cage here is that he looks so much like Johnny Cage. And yeah, Johnny Cage's name is partly based on Nicolas Cage. See, he could be in Mortal Kombat. If he's in something like Dead by Daylight, he can be Mortal Kombat.
Every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always looking to learn something.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games. So
Mortal Kombat! Mortal Kombat! Mortal Kombat!
Thank you so much. Hopefully
We had, you know, for the next game maybe, because we have Jean-Claude Van Damme in this one,
there you go. Lock it in.
which works. Nick Cage or future Johnny Cage? Let's go.
All of you who want to play Nick Cage in Dead by Daylight, the chapter officially comes out on
amazing.
July 25th on PC and console, but PC players can try it earlier by downloading the player test build on July 5th. And here's an exclusive first look at Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
I hope they do a Johnny Cage, Nicolas Cage thing. Oh my god, look at him. Oh, okay. He's a Survivor. I didn't know they also did Survivor collabs. I don't know if this is the first one or they've done it before. That's why, look at him. That's why I was wondering if he was a killer. That would have been even funnier. But I love this. I love Nicolas Cage for doing this.
Damn right I made it.
Nice. Oh my god, that is so cool. Maybe I should finally play Dead by Daylight.
Anything goes here at Summer Game Fest. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations, but back in 2019, The Witcher on Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, showed the potential of well-done adaptations, and later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer, introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Henry Cavill?
Hello, Witcher fans. We are all gathered here today.
I thought he was out of it.
Be sure to tune in
So it's good to see him.
Season 3, Volume 1 Volume 1 debuts on June 29th, only on Netflix.
Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for Season 3 of The Witcher.
Thanks for tuning in to the Summer Games Fest and enjoy the trailer.
I've yet to experience any of them. I've only heard great things about Henry Cavill's performance though, as Geralt. I already know Geralt of Rivia, like the character sort of. He looks great. He looks so good like this. Like abandoning Superman to become this, I think was a great decision, all things considered.
Certainly help in keeping you alive.
Geralt of Rivia. And you know, I actually have the entire Witcher trilogy on Steam. I just haven't played them yet. I think it was on Steam. Yeah, it's on Steam that I have the games, and I still have yet to play them. The way the blood comes out.
Well, that's deeply worrying.
Everything that's happening. It's all connected.
Seriously, he looks so good.
Central of it. If war is coming, there is no hiding her from it. You sure about this?
Are you?
You know, I don't know what it is I want to do first with The Witcher, to read the books or to play the games. I don't think I want to watch the series before doing either of those things though. But yeah.
History has a way of repeating itself. The dangers we've seen foretell an even more menacing future. For the first time, I understand real fear.
We're witches.
Is that so?
The Witcher.
Get over how cute they look for monsters. And they're like, no, please don't hurt me. And then wow. Fangs. Just like a boatload of fangs. All up in your business.
What can I say? It looks good. Epic Game Store? Oh, what is this? What is this? Nanda kore. This might be a new game. Brand new game. Nice first-person action. The Witch Hunt. Ah, from The Witcher to The Witch Hunt. Let's see, let's see. I like that weapon. Love the look of that weapon. Nice crossbow there. I like the weapons. Witchfire. From The Witcher to Witchfire. 2023, September 20. I think that was the early access launch though. Nice. This seems to be VR related. I miss my VR. You know, I think my VR headset doesn't work anymore. I'm still not sure if it's really the headset or like something with the connection. Because I think there was something going on with the fact I had 3 monitors. And then, you know, it sort of messes it up. And well, with the headset, it's not really the headset itself, it's the cable. But you can't really find a replacement cable for it. Because it's an Oculus Rift CV1, like one of the earliest models. I got it like nearly 5 years ago. Late 2018 is when I got it. At this point, I feel like I'm just gonna buy a new one, but I'm not gonna have money for that anytime soon, you know? By the way, this character, Crossfire Sierra Squad, the actor that was playing the main person there, I think I've seen him before. Was he Killmonger in Black Panther? I'm not sure. That is a wide monitor. I never used one of those monitors in my life. The thing about those monitors is that one of them is like 3 monitors. Like something as wide as that, yeah. It works as 3 monitors at once. It sounds kind of cool because you'd be able to see all the screens together immediately. But the big downside is that if it stops working or if you have any issues with it, you have 0 monitors. So it's all or nothing.
No turning back after this. You sure?
Yeah, because in my current setup on my desk right now, the biggest difficulty for me is like when I get new monitors, because I need to get a couple new monitors. Just, you know, no budget for that anytime soon. But yeah, those the space I have for them, I have the space. The problem is just the view, the field of view for them. Just kind of difficult to have a good field of view for them. Not that, by the way, it's not like I'm not paying attention while talking about these things to what I'm watching here on the screen. I have been paying attention. This game reminds me a bit of Warframe. Oh yeah, there's a Warframe drop, I think. It's not a Twitch drop. By the way, Twitch drops Remnant 2. Is that what that was? But yeah, I think there's a Warframe special drop for watching Summer Game Fest or something. Haven't played Warframe in a while though.
Much more Summer Game Fest to come, including a first look at the gameplay of Alan Wake 2, the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4, and maybe a few more surprises for you. As we go through today's reveals, use the hashtag gaming on TikTok to react to the news. And we want to welcome everyone co-streaming the show live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and other platforms.
Thanks for having me.
Those of you on Twitch,
we
also have a special Warframe Twitch drop. Steinax Warframe.
That's what it is.
Watching more than 30 minutes of the show. Now,
that's what it is.
Speaking of surprises, another legendary gaming hero is set to return later this year in a brand new game built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited. Here's another Summer Game Fest global game announcement. New thrills with a classic feel.
Ooh, 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 what is this? What is this? Wait, what is this? Wait, what is this? Hey, Fang the Sniper. Wait, what? 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 And they're announcing it just like this. So casually. What the hell? Did they remake all of the classic stages? Tails, Knuckles, Amy, classic Amy, look at her. Oh, this looks great. This looks fantastic. Oh my god. Oh my god, I gotta play this bad boy. Look at that. Oh, look at that. What the hell is going on here? What? Oh. Oh. It's like a Donkey Kong Country situation. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, what the... Oh, yeah. I hate this thing. From the first Sonic game. But now you can do it with friends too. What the... There's so much going on here! This looks so nice! Ah! Sonic Superstars! I gotta get the game now. It's called Superstars, I mean... Sonic Superstars. Look at that. What the hell? This is so good!
How about that? A new standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike. This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched.
Dude, that feels like I should have had more fanfare.
New character to space fantasy RPGs.
What the hell? That was so good. I'm so hyped for Sonic Superstars.
But also for those awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
I wish this universe had a few more things to do. Don't you get bored running across the map every day?
So yeah, I've seen so many people playing Honkai Star Rail. I just don't have the time for it. There was a great discussion a while ago about whether you should play Honkai Impact Third Strike before playing this. For somebody like me, I tend to prefer to play something like that. But I was so close to playing Star Rail, honestly. I'm glad I didn't because it would be a huge time sink for me. And it would suck to start something and then just leave it without doing much beyond the start. Like I've done for a lot of games. Genshin Impact, I just didn't get very far with it. I would like to get into a gacha game of some sort. The closest I have to that is Master Duel. And I mean a gacha game on stream. That I have on stream as well. But again, yeah, the closest I have to that is Master Duel.
Huh. Never mind, I miscalculated. Can you let me have some fun?
Oh yeah, and Star Rail, I think the way the battles work is interesting. I think, oh nice, codename PlayStation 5. It's like a turn-based battle of sorts, and that attracts me even more because I like that. I really like that. Very nice.
Later this year on PlayStation. All right, inspired by the story of Pinocchio, Lies
What?
of P is a Soulsborne-like game
What?
from the team at NeoWiz, which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
Inspired by Pinocchio and Soulsborne. What the hell am I looking at? Nanakuri. I'm not into the Soulsborne games. I'm not somebody that likes high difficulty games like that. But they always look so nice. Oh yes, this definitely looks like a Soulsborne game. Soulsborne game. It has a nice feel to it. There's no doubt about that. I'm reminded a bit of Bioshock. A bit of a Bioshock vibe to it as well. Especially with this music. Oh, nice! Nice umbrella defense. I like that move. Lies of P.
Nice landing, but
nice feel to this game. Damn, I do want to play it just looking at it like that. There's a demo out right now. That's great. That's great, actually.
That's right. A demo for Lies of P is now available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out and prepare for the release on September 19th. Now it's time for the reveal of a visually stunning new game based on a classic manga with a story and world created by one of the most celebrated anime artists of all time. This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think you'll be pretty hyped once you see the gameplay, all built in Unreal Engine 5. Here we go.
Is this what I think it is? Is this what I think it is? This might be what I think it is. Or I think it's not. I think it's not. I heard that there was apparently gonna be a new Budokai Tenkaichi trailer here. I know there has been that new Budokai Tenkaichi revealed. But yeah, this is based on Akira Toriyama. Toriyama Akira. Yeah, I remember hearing about this manga. Oh, the art always looks so nice, yeah. Yeah. It's funny because it makes me think of Dragon Quest because it's also something that has art by Toriyama, but you know, it's not Dragon Ball. So it's great, it's great. I think it's fantastic. Look at that, that looks so nice. I want to play this. They need to do an adventure game like that for Dragon Quest, with the art style of Toriyama seen throughout the entire game, like this. That is so good looking. Sandland. Okay, no release date yet, but it looks fantastic. Bandai Namco. Doesn't surprise me that they're involved in it. Sandorando.
Sandland, get ready to become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're excited to see more of it soon. Independent games are such an important part of the industry, and one thing that's very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well. After the live show, stay tuned for Day of the Devs.
Day of the Devs.
And Double Fine with some incredible indie game reveals. Now, one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive. And later this month, as part of Summer Game Fest, they'll be revealing a number of ambitious new projects. Let's see how many you can figure out in this little tease.
Ooh. There's gonna be a lot I don't recognize, but I do recognize this one, Stray. Some of them look familiar, but I can't place like the name on them. Yeah, the only one I can recognize by name is Stray. One of our biggest announcements yet. Nandakure. June 29.
I wonder what that was at the end. We'll find out later this month. All right, next, we're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console MMORPG from Microsoft and Amazon Games with an always changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the ability to transform into creatures to battle across land, sea, and air. Here's a look at Throne and Liberty.
Well, it's an MMO, it immediately gets my attention. Yet another Amazon Games MMO. You know, they have New World, this one, and then they're gonna do that other Lord of the Rings one. And I say other because, you know, we had Lotra already, right? Not from Amazon, but, you know, it needs to be mentioned. Love the look of it. If only I had time to play as many MMOs I want to play. Nah, that's nice. I'm guessing those transformations are also gonna be like mounts. So instead of having a mount, you become the mount. A flying mount, a regular mount. I can already see that. And that would be very clever, honestly. Why ride a horse when you can be the horse? Why ride a griffin when you can be the griffin? So it's a good mechanic. It's a good, in lack of a better word, gimmick. To distinguish it from other MMORPGs, right? Yeah. You're gonna be the flying mount instead of having a flying mount. Claim the throne. Looks like some good MMO action in there. Throne and liberty. I like the sound of this. Free to play, free to play. Sign up for tech test. Nice.
Looks great. I also want to say hello to everybody watching on Steam right now. I'm sorry we don't have any free Steam decks for you right now. But on June 19th, Steam Next Fest does return, giving fans a chance to try out hundreds of new in-development games. One of them is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword-fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into...
I love the camera angles here, by the way.
Here's a new look.
Really well done. So much medieval warfare. From the last game to this one. I love the look of this. I'm reminded of Chivalry as well. It's been so long since I played Chivalry 2. Loved it so much, but I just haven't bothered to reinstall it. And right now I'm really liking space. I need to get a new drive. But I'm liking the budget still. I nearly had the budget, but there were some payments I needed to do. So I wasn't able to get the drives I was looking for. But what I really like is like a game with like a ton of players in a big battle. Like Chivalry had that so well, and Warhaven does seem to be that way, I think. Like, not like a battle royale game, because you could have like 100 players in an island, but they're very far apart. As they should be, but I mean something with more battles like this. And respawning maybe, right? What the hell are we looking at? This looks like fun though. Hey, shoutouts to Burke Black. Of all the streamers there, he was the only one I recognized there. Great to see him. Party Animals. I think I have heard of this.
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it, a lot of cool stuff will make its
Dino
way
Light.
Dying Light to stay human.
Oh, Dying Light. Dino Light I saw. What the hell?
Complete with improved rolling out with the next update in June. Then, right after that, we'll kick off an event season like you have never seen before. Trust me, for one of them, you will want to get your butt barbed wired. Very soon, you will get the deadliest summers to date.
Oh, is it buffering? Oh, Crash! Nice! Oh, this is a Crash Bandicoot! Wait, what is this? What is this? That looks so good! Crash Bandicoot MOBA? Battle Arena? Oh my god, I love Crash. Oh, I gotta play this. Crash Team Rumble, June 20! What? Let me make a note of that. What the hell? Crash Team Rumble, June 20. If it's free to play, I gotta check out that bad boy. It look like a MOBA, look like a... Wow. Love the sound of that. And that was like such a casual trailer, and I'm so hyped for it. And also Sonic Superstars, man.
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest. Isn't that great, by the way? Crash Team Rumble.
Yes.
Feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time
What the hell was that game? I gotta see it.
and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake.
But nice. You know, I know next to nothing about Alan Wake. But hey, this is a thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake at the game, or Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards, you said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October, and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time coming for fans and for you. 13 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we expect in
2010?
It's been quite a journey, yes.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival horror game. We have two playable characters. It's a 50-50 split between them. They are on their own separate terrifying journeys through two different worlds, and yet it's all connected.
Oh, I love the sound of that. I want to play that story now.
Between them at given points in the story as they choose.
I love that sort of storytelling.
Obviously, at the PlayStation event, you revealed Saga, the second character.
Like Octopath Traveler, 13 Sentinels, Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2. Multiple viewpoints that later connect. Oh my god. Detroit Become Human.
To ask going into this. So yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the dark place. And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay. So how and they're somehow linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
And very quickly, the investigation turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story. Maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AEW.
And this
is that who Alan Wake is then? It's a writer.
Around them.
Interesting. So obviously it's,
The thing is, if I play this game, I feel like I want to play the first one.
Experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new
More time
character,
consumed.
There is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about, you said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions? How? Because I think you can play them in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we go into the experience playing.
Makes it even more fun.
Saga. Okay. And it's a sequel, but it's also a standalone experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game.
That works for me too.
This can be enjoyed as is. Saga doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world. She will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive. And with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up.
I like the effect they're doing on the name in the back.
You can hop to play Alan Wake in the dark place as he's trying to find his way out. And you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest as the investigation goes on. And you are free to switch between them. There are a lot of connection points in many surprising ways, but there is no right way to play through this. You can choose. You can go on as Alan all the way close to the end, or as Saga.
I like the sound of that.
Hop in between these.
That's like playing in Star Wars: The Old Republic, you know, playing the separate characters if you want to or not.
Ways. I mean, Remedy's always been known for that, and you especially. So
And you know, I love that sort of storytelling.
Intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game, right?
Yeah, raw gameplay for the first time ever. This is early on from the experience.
They're hyped, Sam. They're ready for it. So tell us, what are we going to see?
I think it's great. They're hyping me up for it, even though I didn't play the first one. Don't know anything about this.
Brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster.
and Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to find him and stop him.
Okay, with that, let's take a look at raw, unedited gameplay from Alan Wake 2. Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Let's take a look. Yes, this does look like a murder mystery situation. So dark though. If I play this, I am still gonna increase the brightness. This is I like the atmosphere and everything, but when it's too dark, it's just not good for me. I did that with like Mortal Kombat 10. They said that you have to adjust the brightness until this logo is barely visible, and I made it so that it's barely visible, and then I increased it by 1, and I got that. So I will probably do the same for this one.
Sounds like somebody's home.
So the monster that was the murder victim seems to be it. Look at that service pistol. What is that 5 in the lower right? I would think it's the brightness of the flashlight, but maybe not. I think it's the ammo. No, that's not what that is. The ammo is 12 out of 20 there. 5 like battery? What? I don't know what that is. But I don't know. Oh yeah, this game might scare the hell out of me if I play it. I can feel the jump scare coming. Oh, poor deer. Deer fest. There's the deer fest. Aha! Speaking of deers. Feels like she's gonna need something better than a pistol. Oh, that was the flashlight, so that's what that is, that bar down there. And with B, you reload the flashlight or whatever it is. I didn't know the flashlight could do that. I like it. Look at that. Look at that. You're probably dealing good damage with that.
A monster, like Nightingale.
I like it. I feel another jump scare incoming. There's a weapon there I think you can grab. That flashlight is like a special thing. Nani sore.
Text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. Killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead.
I think that's Alan Wake, right?
There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right.
I like the look of it.
A long time coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to Sam and Remedy for that first look at gameplay. Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets.
Warhammer.
And Kadaku. I'm straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions. Will that be a problem? No, Captain. Tyranids! My pledge is eternal service.
This is 40k, right? If it's like this.
Eviscerate this abomination.
One day I'll play one of the Warhammer games. Maybe the Total War games. With Warhammer there. I feel like when I get back to Sid Meier's Civilization, I'll definitely play with some mods based on Warhammer. I still haven't played the new content for Civ 6. with Abraham Lincoln and I don't remember who else. For the Emperor. Ooh, nice. I could probably use for the board game, that thing we saw there for the collector's edition. Nice pixelated look to this game. What is this? Oh, what is this? Are you the king in this? My potatoes! Oh no. I'm reminded of Reigns. You know, the game Reigns. Only that there's more to it than this one. Reigns is a much more simplistic game. This one is very different gameplay than that. But yeah, it seems you're the king here. Yes, your grace. I like the sound of that. Those games where you get to make decisions as a monarch are always fun.
Beautiful indie game, yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
Hey, again, I'm not into horror, but you know, what we've seen so far with Alan Wake 2, Nicolas Cage in DVD, it's been so fun. Looks great. Then what do we have here?
We gotta be ready. Nobody half-asses it this time. Ruby.
On my mark.
Sorry, just finishing my tea here. I'm drinking Earl Grey, by the way. Look at that. You give love a bad name. Toxic Commando. You gave love a bad name. Fighting against hordes of zombies, a classic story. Yeah, I get the feeling this can be a co-op experience as well. $2024. Looks fun, looks fun.
More unexpected collaboration. Sean Carpenter and Saber with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? I don't know. All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, a new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of Lord Enver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army of Steel Watchers. He's a second antagonist and is voiced by...
What do you see like the... Did you see like the thing that looked like a D20? That woman was holding like in the far left. Looked like a D20, that's so funny. So yeah, Baldur's Gate. Never played either of the two games that are out so far. But I've heard nothing but great things. You know, D&D based as far as I know. Sounds like it's fantastic. Look at that, that looks so good.
A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would...
Jason Isaacs. Oh, he was Lucius Malfoy. Yeah. I love this guy. He's been involved in some other games, I think. I think he's been in Elder Scrolls as well. Might be wrong about that.
Alliance can never be mended. It can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch.
But yeah, I think he was Lucius Malfoy, right? Hopefully I didn't get it wrong.
Allies, to my side.
Love this guy.
Let us usher in a new dawn. This city is mine.
I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
Wow. August 31st.
It was under control.
It isn't you I answer to. Gortash.
Nice, nice.
Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me still, for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac are set to bring Spider-Man 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5. Sounds like you guys are a little hyped, so to tell us more is Brian Intihar, game director at Insomniac. Brian, thanks for coming by.
Seriously, that last Spider-Man game looks so good, and then what they're doing with Miles and Peter here.
Is this the box?
Again, the storytelling I love so much.
You know, here it is. I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason, because this game features 2 Spider-Men, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely.
So many Spider-Man, Spider people just everywhere. Across the Spider-Verse recently, now this. So much Spidey.
Some great gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, but I want to talk about the 2 villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more.
But,
There are more out there, I
2
promise.
main ones, but we have some new art to show of, we obviously, Khaiden, we got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors into it.
Kraiden's very different from any character we've done. He's not, you know, he's not powered by
I'm thinking about like the hunt for Spidey happening in the middle of New York and all that. That looks so interesting.
For his greatest hunt.
Mm.
And what's better than all of the
They make a mess of New York.
characters that live in New York City. So Peter, Miles, and others, he's on the hunt.
And others, ...
Yes, yes.
But Venom also, obviously, you know, Symbiote is a part of this whole story, as we saw in the gameplay. There you go.
Look at that.
Good reaction
Look at that.
to the art.
I'm glad you're happy. I don't know how
Is Eddie Brock involved in here? I wonder.
Can you tell, is this an Osborn Venom? Can you tell, what's the origin of Eddie Brock Venom? Or?
It is not Eddie Brock.
Ah.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom, you have to play the game to see how it goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Similar to MK1, the new origins for some people, like
Obviously,
Melina.
The symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and one of the things I think we were all struck with the footage that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was, you know, how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing as, you know, Peter. So tell us a bit about that and how, you know, the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
You know, we call him the acrobatic improviser.
That one with
Miles,
Venom is
but
cool.
You can tell there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves.
It's just the gameplay of these games is so good, and the storytelling is fantastic too. And now with 2 stories of both Miles and Peter, so good.
You saw some of that, and there's much more of that journey when you play the game.
Yeah, I can imagine the 3rd game may have like a 3rd person. Gwen, maybe, I don't know.
So even more of sort of
That would be so good.
Pretty much doubled in size. So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then being able to use the web wings to traverse at speeds way faster than they were before is really awesome.
Hugely ambitious game you guys have been building over the past few years. We saw at the PlayStation event, it said at the end, fall 2023, and I think, you know, we're like getting close to that.
Oh,
Are you
wow,
guys
it's so
feeling
soon.
confident that you're going to make it this fall?
You know, Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
okay.
Oh.
Let's
What?
take a look.
What? Aha. It's gonna be a date. A specific date, isn't it? Aha. Aha.
Nailing it. October 20th. Spider-Man 2, exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, but we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian.
A nice Halloween season for a Spider-Man costume, I think.
All right. Now let's take a look at Pal World, a multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called Pal, who can also fight. In other words, it's kind of like Pokemon with guns. Then we're going to look at
And
the Land
crafting.
of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online, which recreates mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon dynasty, and some huge bosses too.
Wait, this is the survival crafting game? Pal World, is that the one? Survival crafting, I was picturing something grim looking, like you know, Dead by Daylight or the Soulsborne games. No, this is like Pokemon with guns. It is like Pokemon. Oh, look at that! It's just like Pokemon. You have Pokeballs, basically. What the heck? I like the look of it, though, but... They literally have Pokeballs in there. What the heck? Pretty much the same thing. I get the feeling it may not be as straightforward as it looks. Like, you know, you catch them with that. It might be for something else. There's a great look to it. A great blueprint for how recent Pokemon games should be. Some of them are kind of like that, some of them not so much. But nice. This is this the BDO thing? You know how I mentioned earlier there's some games that I started and I just started them that one time and never played them again? Black Desert Online was one of them, unfortunately. I remember I created my character there, a sort of Sephiroth-looking character. Of course, I was purple in there, but yeah. But I don't know if this is the BDO one. I think it does look like it. They only call it Black Desert now. They dropped the online part. Available June 14. That's only a few days.
More than what hobbits and elves know.
Oh, what? What is this?
It is time we told it ourselves.
Ah, yes, I think I remember this game. Yeah.
An axe we mine and scout.
Ah, yeah.
Middle Earth, delving for riches.
I like the look of it though.
Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria.
What was the name of this game? Yeah, like the survival, crafting, building game in Moria. Of the dwarves finally entering Moria. I don't remember what the setting is though. If this is, oh look at that. If this is like before, like the one with Balin, or after the Fellowship.
We took back our home.
I think it is after. Return to Moria. Yeah. I like the look of it so much. Oh, there's that humongous thing again. Psychonauts 2. Oh yeah, this is the same ad we saw before. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Microsoft Flight Simulator, Cow the Kangaroo. Oh yeah, this is, I didn't pay attention last time. This is kind of like streaming the games, right? Like I think Chrome Stadia was, I think? Not sure.
Now we're going to look at an exciting new mobile game from a legendary franchise.
Oh! Hey! Sephiroth! I just mentioned Sephiroth earlier, didn't I? Genesis Rhapsodos. Hey. Oh. What is this? This reminds me a bit of World of Final Fantasy, from what I've seen of that so far. Behemoth. And this is specifically only Final Fantasy VII though. Look at Aerith. She looks so good like this. It's like different costumes for them, or maybe different classes. I like the look of it though. Haha, Seigi no Mikata. Ally of Justice is how that should be translated though. Sasuga Sephiroth. Who was that confronting Sephiroth though? Ever Crisis.
Pre-registration for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed beta test. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy... No. Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GAMEFEST.
Yeah, let's go. I like that though.
The chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at the game we debuted last year at TGA.
No, that's nice. That's nice.
Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
I was hoping for a moment it was like Final Fantasy 16, but or maybe something about FF14. That would be great to see. Ace, thank you. That's a great time to do it. Give me a second. I just did the posture check. Not sure if it was visible, but give me a second here.
We bring closure to those who don't.
And let me drink some water.
I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me.
How are you, Eggs? I'm doing great. I am so hyped for a lot of things so far. Mortal Kombat 1 looks fantastic. Sonic Superstars! I want to play that one so badly. And then some other things I can't remember right now. So far. The Final Fantasy VII mobile game looks great, but I don't know if I'm gonna play it. Probably not. Probably not. Yet another Final Fantasy VII story going on.
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
And I am sort of paying attention to what we're watching right now. It does look nice. But yeah. Vanisher's Ghosts of New Eden. Which as Jeff mentioned, debuted on the Game Awards last year, right? Oh. Is this Yakuza? I don't remember which one it was. Yeah, Ace. Code name. I never played Yakuza? No, I haven't either. That's why I wasn't sure if this is Yakuza. But yeah, like from the reaction of the crowd, I think that's like the main protagonist for a lot of them. I had seen a lot of people play like a dragon mostly. Some of the other ones. Oh, here we go. Here we go. No, yeah, this is definitely Yakuza, from what I've seen. Fighting in the same garden there, did you see that? Look at that though! Using that thing, I forget what you call that, but yeah. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Nanda kore? Yeah, it is so cool though, Ace. What the hell is this thing? Aha. Thank you for the stretch, Ace. Let me do it right now. Nani? Masaka, Masaka. Like a dragon Khaiden, the man who erased his name. Legendary fighter pack, what the heck? Nice, but yeah, that's Sega.
Good morning, Stanley. It is 7:32 a.m. I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Based in capsule 12, come in. You there, Stan?
That was terrible.
Green across the board. Looks like we're good.
Just username to Stan, I think you should say.
Definitely a leak here, Tim.
You know, it reminds me of the Google Assistant. This looks depressing. Yeah, I know. Especially waking up at 7:32 a.m. That sucks.
3 years. 2 months and 17 days.
I think it is probably a survival game of sorts. Wow. Oh, no, never. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, sometimes when I have something at 9 AM, sometimes I have work at that time. Sometimes I even have a stream at that time. I usually try to wake up at that time. 7:30, you know, a half hour before I start is a good idea. No, sorry, an hour and a half is what I meant to say. No, half hour before I start would be terrible. Under the waves, you're crazy, I admire that. Yeah, but I'd rather not wake up that early. You know, I've said it before and I always say it like this. I am a morning person. However, my body is not a morning person. That's the thing.
Next, Call of Duty. Well, there's a new Call of Duty coming this fall, along with Warzone.
I don't even know what's going on with Call of Duty anymore.
First ever look at Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone launching next week. Here's your first look.
I know they did get like a battle royale, and I think that's Warzone.
Including a medieval castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo. Yep, it's all happening.
I like the sound of those maps.
There you go.
Doing wacky maps like that is like a lot of fun. Nuketown is still one of my favorite maps. So many years ago, I did play like Black Ops and Black Ops 2. It was just really those two, I guess. And I love playing online. Look at that! That one looks like so much fun. Yeah. Hey, it makes me want to play it again. Online. An all-new urban playground. They're playgrounds, that's what they are. I don't know if I would play the Battle Royale mode that often. I think I would just go for the online. The classic of team versus team. Oh yeah, Battlefield is another one I'd love to return to as well. So many games, so many games. But yeah, you know, they still haven't revealed the new Fortnite thing. I want to see that. And apparently it's already this Friday. I thought it was going to be later than that. I know there's a new Fall Guys season next week. That would be great if we could see it here in the Summer Game Fest. You never know. But... Or well, a new, like, sub-season rather. There's the new Fame Pass, that's what I mean. Let's play some Fall Guys. Oh yeah, hey, so yeah. I might stream it next week actually because of that reason, but we'll see. I want to win a crown. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha.
Season 4 next week. Today is a big day for video games, but also a huge day for Porsche. The iconic German automaker turned 75 years old today. And to celebrate their contributions in the automotive and gaming space, and we've all raced a 911 in some point at a game, Xbox has teamed up with Porsche for a limited edition run of 75 consoles inspired by 6 famous Porsche race cars. And I'm thrilled to debut the first design here today inspired by the Porsche 963 that's racing this weekend at the 100th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
I thought this was going to be a whole game or content in a game like Need for Speed, or... Don't know much about those kinds of racing games, but... You know... Jeff right there said they contributed to gaming before, so it's probably being one of those games. Those games always look so visually stunning like that. But yeah, hey, you want to win crowns? I'll carry you. We'll win together. Let's do it. At least in Fall Guys. In Fortnite, you know, I like to think I'm good. I'm decent in that one too, but not as much as Fall Guys. I don't win crowns as often. Still haven't played Fall Guys in a few decks now.
Here it is.
But I'll get back to it. Oh, look at that. That looks so nice, though.
These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at PorscheXboxSweepstakes.com. Make sure to stay tuned.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, Ace.
Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on.
You think it's ugly?
All right.
I think it looks nice. It looks nice enough.
Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game inspired by classics like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Previously announced for Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting news for PC players too.
Oh,
let's take a look.
I love the sound of that.
Dear friend,
again, this game's like, oh, I want to play them, but I don't know if I'm even gonna play them. This one looks nice though.
Days pass so quickly.
I would prefer the graphics to be different though.
It's been a breath of fresh air.
What was they doing? What were they doing with the cloud there for the rain? That looked nice.
But there's something more I've been itching to explore. Realms where magic comes to meet us. As long as
Good stuff, good stuff.
we can face
I don't know, it feels like the graphics don't make me get this much into the game. Feels like it should have different graphics, but maybe that's just me.
Are you ready?
It looks cheap. Kind of.
Variety. There it is. Fae Farm and Mortal Kombat in the same show.
Hey, let's go.
Game Fest. Now, please welcome Ben Brode, Chief Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben?
Wait, what is that? Marvel Snap collectible card game? What the hell is this thing?
When you won Best Mobile Game, seems like you've been very busy.
Iron Lad.
Spider-Verse content.
I never heard of this before. What the hell is this thing?
It's been exciting. We've been doing a bunch of new features, some of the wildest cards we've ever made, and some new game modes. Yeah.
Yeah, new game. Is that a segue, Ben?
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited
Groot
to announce
expansion.
Marvel Snap's
Nice.
biggest update ever. We have a new game mode coming next week.
I love the hype of this guy, though. I love him.
To get a super
Gamora,
competitive experience,
man.
and some exciting new rewards. But you don't have to wait till next week. If you haven't tried Marvel Snap, go download
World
it
ship.
now on your mobile device or early access on Steam.
All right, Ben. I love the enthusiasm.
I like that it's on Steam as well.
That's you.
Love this guy.
YouTube. All right. Well, we heard you brought something fun with you for us to watch, right?
Oh, yeah. So, listen. I am incredible at card games, so I often win. But some people, and maybe you've had this experience yet, some people lose.
Yeah.
And I like to think it's because they suck. No offense, Jeff.
What the hell is going on with my chat room, though? It keeps reloading. Not on the screen here, but like
a little bit
outside of it.
Unlucky.
Cue the tape.
What is he talking about? Gotcha. On it.
Okay, I don't have an ideal hand of cards here, but
I know this guy. I forgot his name right now, but I know him.
in future turns. Anyway, let's review.
He's so good at doing these segments. Let's see.
Muntus 1. Each player destroys their deck.
Ah.
Okay, I guess I will work with what I have.
Yeah, I don't know why Ace.
Medusa on location number 2.
Medusa.
She gets +2 power. And let's see the next location.
Clover Dangerfield has a 25% chance of destroying
What the heck?
Okay, well, I mean, 25% isn't that bad. And it's gone. Okay, well, I have some powerful cards in my hand, so I can just wait. Let's see the next location.
The Big Barn. Players cannot play 4, 5, or 6.
The heck is going on here?
Also, if you don't play a card this turn, you have 0 friends.
0 friends. I like that he was kind of physical for a moment, but this is just a game, though. I mean, it's just virtual, digital.
Look at Immortals of Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds. Now, if you're looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer, compare top credit cards side by side with
Wilds. So I don't know what it's about. I don't know if they revealed anything about that so far, but it feels like they're gonna do a lot of things like in the wilderness and maybe like a lot of wild animals and enemies. We'll see though. We're gonna find out very soon. Not VTuber saying that the game is virtual. We're going very meta here. But yeah, digital I think is the word I meant to say. Arthur. I'm assuming this is based on the Arthur legend, right? That's gotta be Excalibur. Excalibur. Is that Merlin there? By any chance? Doesn't look like Merlin to me. Is it me or is the volume like very low in here? Feels like the volume is so low. Was that Morgana there, maybe? Nice look on this game. Seems to be more of a mobile game.
Wayfinders. Do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight.
Have I seen this before?
To protect the beacon.
This looks familiar.
Paid a terrible price. You fell, and the world was broken. Remember who you were, who you are, and return to us.
It's these kinds of graphics again.
This world.
That have been used for a lot of games. I'm guessing they're very easy graphics to do. That's why they do them. Gives me League of Legends vibes. I might have thought about that. Yeah, it may have been that. Although in League of Legends you don't see them up close like this, I think. It is a top-down view. See, maybe we could have a nice exchange here, Ace. Carry me in League, teach me how to be good at that game. I've never played it before, and I'll do the same for you in Fall Guys. Oh, in trailers you do so. Okay, that makes sense too. Yeah, let's go, Ace. No, seriously, I do want to play League of Legends eventually. I think I will be playing that more often than Valorant, but so far I've only tried. Oh, what is this? What was that? So far, the only MOBA I played is Smite. And even then, I still haven't played like the main 5v5 MOBA mode. I do intend to play it eventually. Unreal Editor for Fortnite. Oh, that's what that was. But yeah, I am hyped for Fortnite.
Steve, seriously, you don't stand a chance.
Is this Warframe? Turn-based 4X. If I didn't know any better, this would be Stellaris, but seems to be a new game. Oh, I love 4X games. Though the only ones I played so far, I think, are Civilization, but yeah. Stellaris Nexus, it is Stellaris.
One more game?
I haven't played Stellaris, but again, I've heard a lot about it.
Scan your surroundings to retrieve and recycle anything that could be of value to Scavex.
We can play it together, I'll teach you. Yes, yes, let's go. It's a lot better if you have somebody to teach you the game. Space Trash Scavenger.
Captain's log, stardate 43152.4.
Oh, is this Star Trek? This is Star Trek. Stardate already made me think it's Star Trek, and then the ship came in. Yeah, it's Star Trek.
And the crew is standing by.
Let's go. Ah, the Borg. I love the Borg cubes. Seriously, those Borg cubes are so sick looking. Like this big cube floating in the middle of space like that. I love it. What is this? Another strategy game? Star Trek Infinite? Full reveal on Picard Day, June 16.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett here. Yeah. Right? My buddy Anthony Mackie and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th. And I'm very excited to share a sneak peek
Twisted
of
Metal.
the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
This is gonna be fun.
Streaming exclusively on Peacock. Is this based on a video game? I think there was a video game called Twisted Metal. I don't know much about this. But that clown person looks familiar. That design on the character. I mean, if they're showing this here, it's gotta be. Good to see this actor, by the way. Ah, I forgot his name. I'm so bad at names. I knew his name, but I just forgot.
Any chance we get this back in the cars? How about a little kill music?
I like this though.
She had dumps like a truck. That's like what?
All we need to know is that he's an Avenger. Yeah.
Let me see that thong. Like it with the beat go. Baby, let your booty
See,
go.
I like this.
Girl, you want to show?
I like this so much.
Yeah, man. Look, I listened to Unleash the Dragon so many times the disc broke. I'm not a liar. But you said you were coming to my show, and then you shot at me. It was a misunderstanding. I've been getting shot at ever
So the
since
little moment in which they both sang together, I like it. Why can't we have fun even if we're trying to kill each other? I like the look of that. That looked fun. That looked great.
Who hasn't dreamt of duplicating oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lisfunga, the time shift warrior, coming later this year to PC.
I would love to be able to do that actually. It's like one of the things I would love to have if I were to have a superpower. Duplicating myself like that and then can you imagine how great that would be? You are at work for 8 hours or 9 hours or whatever. And then there's another duplicate you just doing whatever you want to do instead of that. Well, if you don't like your job, or at least you want to do other things instead of the job. If you love your job, then that may not be necessary, but I think it would still be good. But and even better if you're able to have multiple perceptions at once. Like, let's say you have 4 or 3 selves, all 4 or 3, you are able to have complete perception of all of those. It's not a separate person, it is you in another body, and you can see, feel, hear, etc., everything at once. A synaptic link, if you will. I'm a sucker for those sorts of things. That's why I'm a star cluster. Multiple cosmic minds join together to form a single individual, a single entity, on a higher plane of existence. And sorry, I talked a lot about this trailer. Above this trailer, sorry. It looks great.
Very cool.
But it made me talk about that so much.
Next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of
Magic
Behaviour.
shooter.
It's fast and fluid. It's an FPS in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character, Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you with us.
Doing? Thank you.
This is such a cool game, super high production value, spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I am playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He is a battle mage that controls all 3 forms of magic.
Battle mage, I love the sound of that.
He's brash, he's funny, but he gets the job done.
Well, it's the gameplay, as we've seen, is just so fast-paced. There's so much action in it, you know, with all the spells, the spell casting, and the magic. What can you tell us about the story and sort of how this battle mage, Jack, comes in? He sort of becomes a battle mage, right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing. He's, I guess they call him a street rat is what he was. But he, during a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast.
I want to see the gameplay for this so badly, though.
Actors in this incredible, really high production value game that's coming out this summer. We don't have to wait long for it. And I know you brought something with you to share today, which is a gameplay sequence, which is one of the most epic sort of parts of the game, right?
Yeah. So this is a wild part of the game. This trailer is going to be showing you the Immortals and myself confronting Sandrak directly, who is the top villain of this game, and trying to end the Everwar. And it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've seen.
The
We're battling
Everwar.
on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild, so let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from Immortals of Avium, which comes out this summer for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Thanks, Darren.
Thank you.
Sandrax literally pushed us to the edge. Everyone that can fight already is.
So yeah, a magical first-person shooter. I just love the sound of that. The battle mage. I imagine it was gonna be like that. This is lovely. I like that sort of thing. Yeah, stunning visuals, stunning looks and things.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
North by northeast, 5 knots.
We'll catch him, sir.
Immortals of Avium. Look at that thing. I'm guessing that was one of the controls to control like the giant mecha. Almost like a Super Sentai mecha. Almost. You know, having it be this huge thing. This huge humanoid figure that is controlled with like levers and stuff. Well, latest Super Sentai mecha are not like that. But still. It's like the classic feel. Oh, and they get gold. I like the interface, I like the UI. Some exciting things going on in there with the UI. A battle mage, you know? Like a black mage in FF14, I feel. I've always thought of a black mage as somebody who wields a sword, not a staff. But the sword is always enchanted. And while they have the sword, they still do spells and stuff. I'm gonna learn to make some food, moi. Thank you, Ace. Making food from the shadows. Let's continue watching here now. Still wondering what that surprise is gonna be at the end of it. I think there's only about 20 minutes left of Summer Game Fest here. I like the way they reload, like the armlet, whatever it is.
I want to be an immortal. I
One
want to fight this war as one of you.
Can end the ever war.
The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
3 colors of magic? What is that? All 3 colors of magic.
We're only going to win this one together. Sigil up.
That's very soon, July 20. Stunning visuals, stunning indeed.
Love that we get to show you guys so much amazing raw gameplay today, and that game looks incredible. Coming out this summer from Ascendant and EA. Now, one game that constantly reinvents itself is Fortnite, and tomorrow, Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds launches, and today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover. And of course, there's a whole new Battle Pass lineup where you can unleash the power, yes, of Cybertron. Here we go.
Nice, nice. What is Cybertron again? I don't remember, but we'll see for sure. Oh, Fortnite, my beloved. It sucks to miss out on like the latest things happening sometimes, but it's always nice to return to it. Yeah, I should definitely be playing for this season. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have for it though. But we'll see. Yes, I guess there were gonna be wild beasts or something. Look at that. I'm guessing you fight them. Ah, you can ride them too. That's good. Ah, nice! They're still using like the rail system, but now for like... What do you call those things? Vines? Branches? Well, you get the point. I'm gonna miss Mega City, but this is gonna be great too. That's what we have for summer on Fortnite this time. Last year we were just doing a nice summer celebration. With like water, with slides and stuff like that. It's the season I play the most. Oh, look at that! Okay, Cybertron is Transformers. I get it now. So that's what that is. Look at that! Transformers in Fortnite like this! Huh? Are you kidding me? Is that an Optimus Prime based weapon? Wow. Oh, and yeah, there is an outfit. See, I think I would love to play with somebody in a squad that's using the Optimus Prime skin, and I would be using like the giant robot that they had for like... Ooh, what was her name? Slane? But yeah, like there's a giant robot skin that I have. That's just an original thing they did for Fortnite, but it will look nice with it.
Fortnite Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys, it's time to get to our grand finale. And it is a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again.
Oh my God.
This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
What the hell are we?
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster.
Midgard.
By a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2.
Whoa, what the heck?
Wreckage of the expressway. Search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Tifa, Barrett, I think that's something 13. Aerith? Wait, what? What the hell is... Like more of FF7, right? The latest like... expansion for it?
Just look at it all.
Don't remember.
It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality,
It's barely hanging on.
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
The life stream. It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
Live stream.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Man, I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what?
You know, there's been so much like new story and new plot developments for Final Fantasy VII. I don't even know what's going on with it anymore. Aerith being there, and it's like a sort of reboot for the timeline. Well, not reboot. Something happened with the timeline of sorts.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
Looks great though. Is this turn-based by any chance? No. Was it? Oh, the visuals look so nice though. So good. There's Yuffie. Red 13, that's the name. I remember now. Barret there. Who are the other party members in FF7?
They say she's a monster.
Hey.
That she can peer inside you.
Sephiroth.
The very depths of your soul. That she can become those you hate. Those you fear. Those you love.
Free.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
You know that I killed her. So,
wait.
who is she?
What? He didn't just kill Tifa, did he? Rebirth. Early 2024 on 2 discs. PS5. I hope it comes out for PC.
There you have it. That was
Disc
Final
2
Fantasy VII
discs.
Rebirth
What the
coming
hell?
Early 2024 to PlayStation 5. Nomura-san, thank you so much. All right, that's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles, including Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase on Sunday. Right now, though, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from IM8bit and Double Fine, which celebrates the independent game culture with a number of new game reveals over the next hour. We'll see you this summer, later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom Opening Night Live in Germany, and again in December when we come together here in Los Angeles to celebrate 10 years of the Game Awards. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff, for another fantastic show here. The first Summer Game Fest I see. But it's the 4th one, right? Because they started in 2020. So it'll be the 4th one now. So I think I'm not going to stay over for the indie showcase or the thing they're going to do right now. But well, yeah. What do you think, Maniacs? What were you all hyped for the most? Personally, I was hyped for the most for Sonic Superstars. Out of all the things, that seems to be the most likely thing I'm gonna get first. Sonic Superstars, Mortal Kombat 1, 2 looks great. Fortnite Wilds looks great. Great enough. I think that we still have a gameplay trailer incoming, maybe later today. Probably later today or so, yeah. And then it just comes out tomorrow already. Well, hopefully I can find some time tomorrow, depending on when it comes out tomorrow, to play it. Maybe before the stream tomorrow. If not, then maybe on the weekend, but I don't think I'm gonna have time. I don't think I'm gonna have time. And then my Monday, next week is gonna be super occupied. Definitely not gonna have time for anything like this, but alright. Let's get back to the multi-dimensional portal here. Oh, and let me wait, hold on. So I think Cuphead! Hold on. Something more with Cuphead, eh? So I think we're about to get into this next thing they're gonna do, but I wasn't expecting Cuphead here. I like the graphics here. Wait, this wouldn't be a new Cuphead game, would it? That would make sense if they do it in this style. Cuphead's art style is still the best. Still not my sort of game, though. I don't like high difficulty games like that, as I said before. But yeah, look at that. Available now. Oh, okay. Thought it was gonna be new content maybe, but alright. Something like that would be a more major announcement, I think. Day of the Devs.
Hi everybody and welcome to the Day of the Devs Digital Showcase. Thanks to Jeff Keighley for having us be part of his Summer Games Fest. And thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching out. Millions of people? God, that can't be right. This thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions and their friends at IMA.
Hey, let's watch a little bit, by the way. Let's watch a little bit right now.
Fans and the developers and brought them together to meet and celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing their games where people could play them and also listen to music and eat food and drink. And it was really just a festival of amazing creativity and a very inspiring event. And then during the pandemic, it became digital only. And now we're doing both, a live event and a digital showcase so people from around the world can enjoy all of these amazing games. We had a record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than any year previously, and we have more world premieres today than ever before. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and please, without further ado, enjoy Day of the Devs.
I like that at the end there.
Digital showcase.
Nice
There'll
effect.
be effects on that. It'll sound good.
Nice effect.
I'm pleased to introduce a brand new game from a team that is near and dear to my heart. This is from Greg Lobanoff and the team at Wishes Unlimited, who made incredible games like Wander Song and Chicory. Here's their new title, Beastie Ball.
World premiere. Nice. I like the look of it. I like the feel of it. Man, I don't know though.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together ever since Chicory came out a couple years ago. Introducing Beastie Ball.
Looking nice though. I don't know. No, let's stay. Let's stay. Come on. Let's stay and continue watching here Day of the Devs. Let's see what we got right here.
It's a turn-based RPG where you coach.
Turn-based RPG. You got my attention already.
Which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties.
See, we should have something Blitzball related with Final Fantasy like this.
You can challenge rival sports teams as you rise your way through.
This looks like fun. Any turn-based RPG is always my thing. See, the latest Final Fantasy games are great the way they are, but I prefer the classic turn-based style, or timer turn-based.
In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, or just to have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another. And depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
What's going on? Well, don't know what happened with the screen there, but okay, I think we're fine now.
I really wanted to emphasize the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by fulfilling a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change, and the bonds that they form with each other.
A little bit of Pokemon in there. Volleyball and turn-based RPG, like lots of great things going on here.
That each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball. So we're working with a really wonderful bunch of concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes, and their poses and animations are all hand-drawn, which gives us lots of opportunity to express their personalities and their different ways of moving.
To help give each beastie that personality, we've been doing unique voices for them. Each one can express a range of emotions, and we've had a lot of fun performing that. But it's not all just friendships and
Wow.
This game is about sports.
Professional dog audience. That's zoom into sports. I love that.
Underdogs until one day when the Beastie Ball League shows up and starts tearing down the preserve to build a stadium. Your only way to stop the construction is to rise all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball.
Right from the start of your adventure,
Mm.
you'll be able to see all the ranked teams on your map. You decide where to go, who to challenge, and in what order. And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger. So no matter which way you go, you'll have a tough and exciting rise to the top.
We're so excited to finally reveal this. It's a really special project for us. And if Beastie Ball looks cool to you too, then please check us out at beastieballgame.com. We're going to be revealing a crowdfunding campaign very, very soon, and we'd love to have your support.
I like what they're doing with the volleyball there.
We can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie Ball.
Like the IRL volleyball they're holding. 2024.
In Hyper Light Breaker, Heart Machine's follow-up title in the Hyper Light universe, you'll assume the role of a mercenary with some serious skills. You'll be entering the Overgrowth, an amazing open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths. They'll be comprised of both handcrafted and procedural elements, just how I like my levels. Like its predecessor, it'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer. You'll face off against enigmatic enemies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyper Light Breaker.
Hello.
So,
I'm Alex.
like Hyper Light Drifter, right? I think it's a sequel to that.
Megan Hyper Light Breaker.
I think I actually have that game on the Switch or on PC or both. I don't remember. Still just haven't played it though. What was it about Hyper Light Drifter that attracted me? That made me interested in it? I don't remember though, but still haven't played the original.
It's a huge, stylish, bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak.
I don't know if Drifter looked like this though.
It can be brutal and beautiful all at once.
So many games I have in my library I haven't played.
And the first of its kind.
I like the look of it though. I like the feel.
Never return to the same world twice.
Nice feel to it.
Incredible open world games like Breath of the Wild, distilled into the format of a roguelike such as Dead Cells or Hades. You can play alone or with friends cooperatively online. Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago.
Oh yeah, the vibes of worlds like this, they're always so great. Maybe I should play Hyper Light Drifter now.
Vast overgrown wilderness, long dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure, with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear, make new builds, unlock new characters, upgrade your equipment as you bring back more and more materials from runs. We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech and a deep well of knowledge and experience as a team. Breaker's the culmination of all that incredible work, and we're excited to have you experience it for yourself.
Good stuff, good stuff. So the Hyper Light Drifter look like this?
More information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
Later this year, but that's only early access. But alright.
And now, in true Day of the Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developer Stone Skip and publisher IM8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable, it's chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go while you play Simpler Times.
Wait, the Transylvania and it's like a cozy chill game. What? I like the sound of that though. What is this? What is this about?
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful interactive experiences.
Is it still called Transylvania? I thought it was called Romania now. Felt like if they said Transylvania, they were making it a point of mentioning the classic, like vampire, like Transylvania, right? But okay.
As she prepares to leave her childhood home.
Man, it's
It's getting pretty full. It's starting to feel like I'm never.
Oh, it's this kind of game.
We
Okay.
want you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Taina's world.
I remember there's this game where it's like 8-bit sort of pixelated style, where you're just moving. I forget the name of it, but you're like putting a lot of things out of the boxes and putting them together in the rooms.
As she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
This is kind of similar to that, I think. And it's so funny because it makes cleaning, decluttering, putting things together, make it be fun. When I can barely be bothered to do that IRL. It's like such a painful chore for me.
I really wish I could take you with me. I'm gonna miss our duets together.
We know the world is getting faster every day. We live in it too. We wanted to create a space where players can take a break, slow down, and enjoy something meaningful.
I'm already liking the look of this.
Simpler Times stems from
Hey,
stories
AI
that
constellations.
we told and heard. Inspired by this very place we're now sitting in, the game is a reflection of the physical spaces we spend time in and the memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories and experiences.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other platforms, so make sure to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope you'll enjoy playing Simpler Times as much as we enjoyed creating it. Bye!
Bye!
It's like childhood is
Nice feel to
the
it.
beach and growing up is the sea. Can I still take all these seashells with me? Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
Did you notice the camera they used to take pictures? Is this meant to be like maybe earlier years? The big speakers, the vinyl player, turntable, that's the name for it. That might be the case, yeah, because it's called Simpler Times, right? I wonder.
From Sad Owl Studios and Thunderful Publishing, it's a really unique puzzle game built around a camera mechanic where the photos that you take become 3D worlds to explore. This is Viewfinder.
The photos you take become worlds to explore.
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe in words, but if you saw it, you'd immediately recognize it.
What is this place?
It is a game that, gives players a lot of freedom.
I have seen graphics like this before.
Photograph doing here?
You can take photos or find photos and then make them into...
Oh, look at that.
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
Nice surreality to it.
What makes it unique is the central mechanic where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
Ah, okay.
It's such a unique experience, and I think everybody is just going to have a different experience of how they play Viewfinder, and that's just a really nice thing to it.
A perfect fit.
Nice.
Elegant solution.
Look at that cat. That is such a great look to it. What will happen here?
That doesn't look right.
And then you rewind.
You can rotate reality too.
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the game
Nice.
player's portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber. People have also compared it to The Witness and Manifold Garden and various other puzzles.
There's this game I saw the other day. Somebody was playing it.
A puzzle game, but it's
Where you like draw on it. You're supposed to have a ball kind of reach like some place. And it bounces off, and the way you build the platforms on it, the way you draw the platforms on it is like there's some very funky physics going on. You gotta be careful with it. It kind of reminds me of that too. This would be so good in virtual reality. If they don't have a VR version for this, I hope they do later.
The world who have such a diverse and interesting cultures.
This would be so good in VR.
From a different culture, there's a lot of sort of culture-specific props and items and themes who you learn about, mostly through environments and environmental storytelling. And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces.
I like those ducks
that really represent
in the bathtub.
character.
Look at that cat though. I like that cat.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions.
Seriously, that cat. Oh, wait, are you kidding me? Ah.
Always fond of games.
Very important for
So
us
nice.
to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, you know, have a glimpse of the experiences that we've had.
This must be the next stage. Let's go.
Viewfinder.
We received a record
Look to
number
that
of
game.
submissions for this Summer Game Fest edition of Day of the Devs, but this next game didn't actually come through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from Twitter because the creator was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called Haunty.
Hand-drawn.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso, and I'm with Moonloop. Together we're making a game called Haunty.
Mm-hmm. Nice look to the game. You're telling me it's all hand-drawn? I think Cuphead was the same, right?
The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. There's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game. I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and seeing what different things you can haunt and the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very
Nice
much
feel
a
to the
twin
game.
stick shooter.
I like the vibe.
However, unlike twin stick shooters, it focuses less on the high intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game. Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife and sort of the stories that they have. The progression and story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that they give ghosts access to pieces of their past life that they've left behind. The environments and characters are all carefully crafted with a 2D hand-drawn style. So
I love the spiral that forms there. Of course I'm gonna love something like that.
And we have a fantastic soundtrack. And so it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience. If this is something you're interested in, be sure to wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
Good stuff. Good stuff in here. A lot of consoles.
Next game is
Great to
a
see.
blast from the past. It arrived on the scene around 12 years ago, quickly became the talk of the town, and won a handful of awards, including the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at GDC's Independent Games Festival. But then, shortly afterwards, both the game and its creator vanished. That game was Cart Life, a slice-of-life simulation game that put you in the shoes of various street vendors and tasked you with setting up a successful business selling bagels or newspapers. As the story unfolds, you'd soon find yourself making tough choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was a truly unique, powerful, and special game, and it's super sad that it's been unplayable now for the better part of a decade. But it gives me great pleasure to tell you that, lovingly restored and better than ever, Cart Life is back.
So this is a game that is being brought back, it seems. Nice, nice. Is it all in black and white like this? Hmm. I wonder if having less colors in a game makes it more lightweight
Studio, and we're here to show
in terms of file size, you know?
Car Life
Cat
is
Life.
a retail simulator
Cart Life.
developed by Richard Hoffmeyer and was originally released in 2013, where it won a bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons, he ended up pulling it off Steam, but all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back. In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their own unique background and circumstances, but what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart.
Coffee cart, I love the sound of that.
Andres is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put
If I could have a coffee cart on the way to work or something, I would always stop by that.
And Vinny has big dreams, but never enough money to make it happen. He's hoping that selling his homemade bagels will help turn things around.
Bagels and coffee?
Building your own cart
You combine
is
them.
not an easy job. Just like in real life, in cart life, your resources are limited.
Hmm.
You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine the outcome of their stories.
Oh, this looks depressing now, though. I don't like it. Managing a coffee cart, though, that looks like fun. I would love to do a tea cart.
The world of Cart Life is alive and filled with characters who are potential customers that you'll get to know as you try to build your business. There's no right or wrong way to play this game. What players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different based on the choices they make, what they prioritize, and even the order in which they choose to play the characters. This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art, updated...
Tiny, thank you for the stretch and the hydrate.
Forward to sharing it all
Let me do it right now.
on PC and console later this year.
Alright, that was the stretch I just did. Not sure if it was noticeable. Now it's more noticeable. Hey, thank you, Tiny. I kind of like the look of it. Let me drink some water now.
Get deeper into the grind revival. Things are getting a little more avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave.
Tony Hawk?
A heavy helping of demons and brimstone. This is the
What?
premiere of Hellscape.
Hello, my name is Jordi van den Bussen, also known as Kwobbelkop. I'm the CEO and founder of Phantom Coast, and today we'll be talking about Hellscape.
Look at that! Wow. Skating like in hell with demons and like fire and... I love that side of that. The combination of things we're seeing in these games though, so fun. Like the volleyball game, I forgot the name already, but yeah.
No! That was a good combo!
Look at that!
Alright, that's it.
Too slow. Again.
Hellscape takes place in Wertheim. Here you play as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Wertheim's fabled beach. Even if that means he has to go through the gods and monsters who will do anything to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean,
Look
our
at that.
lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002. I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground.
Aha.
When we were working on it, we were thinking, man, this really looks a lot like an RPG or an action RPG. You have all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super
Nice.
neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk. We're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply such an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellscape. Hellscape is a skateboarding roguelike game. It fuses together old school skateboarding with the tricks and
Those Tony Hawk Pro Skater games were so good.
balance meters with
Still remember the one where you had like a level where everything was big, so like everything was like giant. So you were skating on a kitchen sink I think it was, or and then the rest of the kitchen. That was such a clever idea. So fitting for a skating game.
Keep your resources which you can use.
I don't know if there are many more skating games like this, but we need more skating games where you're like skating in the middle of some sci-fi city. You're skating in this medieval cathedral. I don't know, that sort of thing.
Can be described as a fast-paced
Should have more of that.
skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks.
Imagine skating in the middle of the Mushroom Kingdom. Something like that.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning. And then gradually it teaches you and ramps up the skill of skateboarding where you need it, when you need it.
Good stuff.
Why did you stop me from skating?
Look at yourself. Your wing, your arm. What do you think happens when that gets to your head?
Hellskate, look at that.
Reveal of Hellskate, which listing the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
This is such a clever idea.
Next game, Henry Halfhead, you play as half a head. That's it. That's the game. But it's so much more than that too, because you see, Henry can be many things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything he can reach. Using this peculiar power and perplexing form, you'll live the life of the title character, navigating sandbox situations crafted by Zurich-based developers Lululu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical questions. Who is? How is? What does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Okay, how do you play as a Halfhead? I want to see that.
You to Henry.
Oh, I was expecting... I don't know, maybe because of Mortal Kombat earlier, I was expecting a vertical slice in the middle of the head and you would see like the inside of it and... Okay. But you know, I was expecting the split on the head to be vertical.
Alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day. And it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous quivering machine.
Look at that. Ah. Gameplay where you like possess objects like that is so much fun.
Awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed.
Super Mario Odyssey had that. That recent Kirby game had some of that, I
Staying
think.
in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later.
Yes.
Henry knows that if you want to change
Yes.
the world, you have to start off by making your own bed. Completing this
I should do that more often.
gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up.
That's making your bed? Are you kidding me? Still, you need to straighten the blanket. That's not making your bed. What the heck?
For hours, Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth.
Good to see you missed.
Not too cold. Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know. They just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin.
Oh yes, I like that color too.
That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry themselves.
Nice, nice.
All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast. Breakfast with a warm beverage is important. And so
Hey, I like the look of this game as well.
This week. That's all for now. Have a wonderful day.
What is this game? It's Henry Halfhead. You are a halfhead that goes about their day possessing things like that. So it seems. I like the look of it.
the best drink Henry can make from beans.
A healthy breakfast with some apples. Oh, so you eat them like that.
Well fed and well informed, Henry has to get ready and pack for work.
That was the lunch he's gonna take? Maybe a banana too, okay. Ah, nice, some toast.
If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus.
Double the Henry, double the fun. Play Henry's not-so-ordinary everyday life in co-op mode. Henry, everyday life with a twist.
With a twist.
Our next game
Nice
is
game.
B. Carlson, a creator who's perhaps best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside. We had the honor of working with him to publish 2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents: rhythm action platformer 140 and co-op arcade shooter Thoth, 2 of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played that truly give you a sense for and appreciation of Jeppy's contributions to those Playdead titles. His new game sees him teaming back up with Jakob Schmidt, composer of 140, and applying his trademark puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Cocoon,
Hello, I'm
eh?
Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon.
See, these kinds of graphics again that I feel like I've seen on so many games lately. That look nice enough, but yeah. There's the Cocoon. Nani kore? Now it looks nasty.
Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb. Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring.
Oh,
Just
nice.
like that, we are now in a world outside.
Oh, I like that.
The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring.
Can you destroy the orb?
Let's jump out one more time.
Oh,
We are now in a world even further outside and can explore this world using the orange orb that we picked up.
it's like a sort of mind fuck. In a good way.
Orbs
Oh.
can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles.
You use other worlds to power up devices. Let's go.
And you can even throw them into pipes.
What the hell does that do? Huh. Look at that. You gotta really time this right though. If you don't time it right, you have to restart it from the looks of it. Such an intriguing game though. If only I had time for all these games. So many.
You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump
Nice.
back in.
Nice. I don't know if I'm much of a puzzle solver, but I like the look of this.
Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles. Within each world, you have to face a mighty guardian. Here is a first glimpse of one of these encounters.
So is there combat in the game? Let's have a look. I don't know why I'm being reminded of some Super Mario Odyssey bosses for some reason. So I think you sort of, yeah, you don't actually fight, you beat the bosses in a different way. I think taking care of like those pillars, if we can call them that, takes care of the boss, or using that thing. It's in a way puzzle solving, the way you beat the boss. I can see that. Yeah, there it is. You're not really fighting, right? That's very clever.
We hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
Look at that. See, exploring different dimensions like this, different worlds like this. That's my sort of thing.
And now, I'm pleased to bring you a title from French-Canadian developer Impossible. In this relaxing artistic exploration game, you play a painter with a watercolor brush and a whole city to explore. This game is more than appropriate for Day of the Devs Summer Game Fest edition because its title, Été, in French, translates to the word summer.
Hi, my name is Laszlo, and I'm the creative director at Impossible. We are a small Montreal-based indie studio working on our first...
Still drinking my tea, by the way. That's why I go like this sometimes. You color the world like this. It's always a nice feeling when you do it like that. I'm thinking of the opposite of this, which is Our Wash Simulator.
Acting like a blank canvas,
I gotta play that one day.
waiting for you to fill it with color. Été means summer in French because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way. When you fill something with paint, you'll extract its color as droplets of experience.
So that's what that
As
is.
you level up, you'll become able to unleash larger splashes of paint that reveal a bigger part of the world at once.
That is a very satisfying feel to it. I like it.
You'll also meet plenty of locals, taking part in their lighthearted, everyday anecdotes, and some of them will even commission artworks from you. Using your bike,
The Clash of the
you'll travel
Titans.
back to your apartment and paint those commissions on canvas. That's where your creativity comes into play. At your easel, you can create gorgeous watercolor artworks using anything you've discovered in your expedition so far. Stamps on your canvas can be freely moved, resized, rotated in 3D, and even recolored.
Oh, nice.
The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you put your own spin on commissions. And if you're feeling inspired, you can paint as many creative artworks as you like without any kind of limitation.
I like the look of that.
With hundreds of unlockable stamps at your disposal and dozens of commissions to inspire you, the only limit really is your imagination.
The 3D rotation in there
Apart
is
from
so
living your
good.
best life as the friendly neighborhood painter, you'll also get to meet other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio. But you'll have to dive into that story for yourself. It is coming out in 2024, and we hope you'll enjoy your adventures as a traveling painter in this lovingly crafted, whimsical summer world.
Hi everybody, how are you liking the show so far? This is the time where we take a brief break to talk about the long and complicated process by which we accept games into the nominating committee and all the legal ramifications and the technical rules that go with the accounting of the...
Tim, sorry. I thought that, I thought I was doing something here too. All right. Hey, Kelly from Indie Mega Booth here with a very exciting announcement. We're back. If you're a fan of indie games, you may have seen the Indie Mega Booth at shows like PAX West and PAX East over the last decade, bringing together a curated selection of the best up-and-coming indie titles. Games like Crypt of the Necrodancer,
Nice.
Tunic, Disco Elysium, Spiritfarer, Celeste, Mini Metro, Astroneer, The Stanley Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our presence at Bit Summit, our global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the games industry, where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad, creative community. Indie Mega Booth has been in hibernation during the pandemic, but we are so excited to announce that we're finally waking up from our big long slumber, and we're ready to move forward with IMB 2.0. Head on over to our brand new website, indiemegabooth.com, and be Indie Know by signing up for our newsletter. Learn about new games, upcoming showcases,
Be Indie Know. Is that meant to be a pun?
and the best ways to help support the
Be
games and
Indie Know.
developers that you know and love.
Feels like it's meant to be a pun, but I don't get it.
Individually, we're tiny.
Maybe not.
Together, we're mega.
Oretachi mega, mega, mega. Oh, be in the know. Thank you, Mist. See, there you go.
Really thematically appropriate for this showcase. You'll see why in a second.
How did I not see that?
Aesthetically amazing studio called Land and Sea. They're famous for the Alto series that you know and love, but this next one is not what you're expecting from them. It'll be herding your way. It'll be flocking your
Speaking
way.
of puns.
No, I like herding. It'll be herding your way next year. It's called Summerhill. It's about sheep.
More cozy games, maybe?
My name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the founder and creative director of Land and Sea. We're a small team from the UK, best known as the developers of the Alto's Adventure series.
Sheep? From the sound of it, Mist. Let's take a look.
Laying the groundwork for our most ambitious project yet. It's an entirely new IP that aims to build on the themes that we care about most as a studio. And we're super excited to be able to share this exclusive first teaser with you today. So please
Andan would love it. Nice to hear
look
that.
at the end to tell you more.
Let's have a look then. The sheep in the big city, I'm thinking about. That was the name of that cartoon, right? Are you a sheep herder in here? That might be it, yeah. Yeah, shepherd is the word for it, right? Nani kore? Meh, meh, meh. And I think you're supposed to herd them to a particular place, is that it? See, that looked easy enough, but it's probably gonna get harder and harder as it goes on. I talked about life, loss, and livestock. Oh, the fact that there's loss in there, yeah, there's gonna be a sad moment in the game. No.
We hope you enjoyed this first look at our brand new game, Summerhill. To give you a little bit more detail, Summerhill is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as a young shepherd and their dog. Together you'll be setting out to rescue your lost flock that have been scattered across the mysterious land that lies at the border of your home. Summerhill brings together gentle problem solving, fluid herding-based gameplay, and striking pastoral landscapes to tell a timeless coming-of-age folktale. As a team, we've been massively inspired by the rich history and cultural impact of sheep herding across the world. There are few people or places that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name, Summerhill, is a name often given to highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months of the year. In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do justice to this timeless tradition and tell
Love
a
the
story
vibes in
that
this
can only
too.
be told in this way.
A lot of the cozy vibes in a lot of these
We're
indie
also
games.
super excited to be
Great to
working
see.
again with our longtime collaborator, Todd Baker. Todd is a composer and audio designer best known for his work on games such as Monument Valley 2, Dreams, and our very own Alto's Odyssey. We can't wait to share more with you, so if you'd like to be the first to hear about what we're up to, please head over to our Steam page to wishlist the game, or go to summerhill.game to join our mailing list. Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
Nice stuff there.
This is from Studio Psy, essentially a one-person team with a few friends helping out on the side, and it's a dating action game. Now, you've heard a lot about this title.
What's happening here?
I'm sorry, Greg. I know I shouldn't be interrupting Day of the Devs. But it's urgent. A virus has turned most of us into... I don't know how much longer we can hold out. It won't be easy, and the road will be long, but who knows? Maybe we'll find one more thing worth fighting for.
Poor Yuna, don't kill Yuna. I hope she doesn't die in here. I love the look of this game. You're telling me it was a one-person team that was doing this? A one-person team? Look at this! Well, they said there were like 2 other people, but for the most part, I think it was one person.
Too much. And it's during these moments that I'm happy to have someone to lean on.
Similar feel to recent games from Hoyoverse. In Hoyoverse, maybe we could say. One-person team. How on earth are they doing that? It's amazing.
Make things less scary. So... what now? Did you just shush me? Because the teacher might hear us.
So I'm guessing you are that protagonist right there. Yeah. I didn't say the name out loud. Oh, this is great. I love the stars in her hair.
Or you can just fight for friendship. That's cool and not... Wow, we are so cheesy. Mini-games! We have so many mini-games that can help you unlock unique skills and spells in battle. So yeah, you can fight monsters, explore dungeons, date? I mean, so many things like train, scavenge, date.
This is interesting. Oh, I like her now.
Anyway,
I like this Yuna person even more now.
all these activities if you want to save the world. The clock is ticking.
An everyday life feel in the middle of this apocalypse going on. Interesting. Save your date. Save the date. Save the world.
Wishlist now.
Next up, from Italian
That is a one-person team. Unbelievable.
comes a nostalgia-fueled gadget-building sim that demystifies electronics engineering and allows you to share your creations with the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Bancale from Evil Licorice.
Begone, foul demon. I will save you, Khaiden. Ah, thank you for the help, Mist.
Although it takes me forever to build something like this, I love the feeling of seeing something happening on a screen like this one when I rotate the knob or I press the buttons.
Okay, I really don't want to stop watching here, but I'm gonna keep this playing, but I really need to take a bio break right now. So give me 1 second here. It's not gonna be long, but I will leave this on this very screen right here. Just gonna make myself invisible for now, and I'll be back.
And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics because it managed to teach you low-level programming effortlessly. And Retro Gadget tries to take the best of both worlds and adds a layer of hardware building and customization. All this is packaged in a cozy and retro-inspired environment. We have a fantastic community and people have been creating insane gadgets that go well beyond our initial expectations. So please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is in early access on Steam and we have big plans in store. Bye.
If you've ever watched the Mars Curiosity rover on one of its missions, you very well may have become fascinated by one of the hyper-specific contraptions and gadgets it keeps on board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water. Our next game poses a very important question though. Sure, Curiosity can tell us the weather on a planet millions of miles away, but can it deliver a pizza? In Mars First Logistics from Shape Shop, you'll be given the task of carrying awkwardly shaped objects from point A to point B by assembling and piloting your very own Mars rovers. And in doing so, perhaps you will solve the pepperoni-based problems that truly matter.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by transporting often awkwardly shaped objects between A and B.
Omatase shimashita.
You design and build
I hope I didn't miss out on anything great. This kind of looks like it was the same game before I went AFK for a moment. Oh, nice. I like the look of that pizza. I'm getting hungry. I am so gonna need to eat something after I finish the stream. I don't know how much long Day of the Devs is gonna go on, but I do expect it to be, well, at least 1 hour long, right? Might be 2 hours like the main Summer Game Fest was. Nice music. Oh, funky music. Nice graphics on this. I like the graphics here. Cell shaded, right? It does look difficult though. The game does look difficult. To me at least.
The game is set in a vast open world, and you're free to pick and choose which jobs you'd like to take on. There's a mix of procedurally generated side jobs and handcrafted main contracts. In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world. One of the main challenges in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item and deliver it safely to its destination.
See, that's the part that looks so difficult. See, this is why it looks so difficult. Not my sort of thing. Pick a full fuel tank. Full fuel. Full fuel. Try saying that 3 times fast. Full fuel, full fuel, full fuel. There we go. Well, maybe that wasn't fast enough, but there you are.
And as you build up your collection of parts, more creative options will become available to you. And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative in its editor. And finally, I'm really excited to announce that Mars First Logistics will be launching into Steam Early Access on the 22nd of June. That's just 2 weeks away, and we're really looking forward to seeing what everyone builds in the game. Thank you.
I like what he did there. He was covering his tears because of the rocket launch. 22 June, that's very
I think the
soon.
aftermath of a worldwide flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK and Denmark-based studio Die Gute Fabrik has a different take. From the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the all-new adventure set in the sprawling post-flood world of Saltsea. The adventure unfolds differently with every decision, so there's always something new to see in your next playthrough. So buckle your swatches and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Saltsea Chronicles.
Saltsea Chronicles. I like the sound of that. I thought it was gonna be singing there. They were gonna be singing together for some
We
reason.
made Saltsea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world premiere of Saltsea Chronicles today. It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew.
I see what the gameplay is
At the
like.
beginning of the game,
Nice stuff.
You're going to discover that Maya, your captain, has gone missing, and together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out across the Saltsea archipelago in search of clues. In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head next, who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say to the people that you meet along the way. Salty Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before. Our art team have really done an incredible job. One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island, the
Los
people there
Gatos.
live symbiotically
The
with
cats.
a community of cats.
Oh, I love the sound of that.
As you explore, you'll find a brand new trick-taking card game designed especially for the world of Souls.
Oh, they have card games in this too.
From the story. It's
Nice.
called Spoils, and you can play it all over the archipelago, and you might discover how each community has slightly
Nice.
different house rules.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing we're super proud of is our exploration system. So we're sort of done away with the walk of shame in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap
That's
your
what they
body
call the walk of shame. I like
or
it.
select a screen snap arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space.
Nice.
It allows us to lay the story down away from a linear path much more organically. Salty Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a community and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling too. So while you might be new to the world of Saltsea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter or a detective one. There are plenty of laughs, but tough choices and meaningful moments too. Our writer's room of award-winning storytellers have done an incredible job. We're so delighted to share Saltsea Chronicles with you all today, and I can't wait for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.
See, where are so many of these like very lo-fi chill vibes? This one is like this too.
All right, this next game
I'm not complaining, by the way. Just wondering. What is this now?
Oh, Tim wants me to read something. Apologies, but this seems important. The thing I love most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as Tim, I don't know, is getting to know all these amazing game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all their ups and downs, their triumphs and tribulations, while making a real video game over the course of 7 years. Too bad there's no way to do it. Or is there? This is actually pretty cool. Two-Player Productions was embedded with Double Fine for the course of 7 years while they were making Psychonauts 2, and they made a super hyper-duper long documentary series unlike anything you've ever seen in games. All the intimacy, all the tears, the outrage and joys, and all the things that happen in game development that never really gets documented because who has access like this? So here's a very quick sneak peek at their incredibly long series. We highly encourage you to watch this thing. It's amazing.
So what's next?
So a documentary on game development. I feel like we have had that before, maybe. But yeah.
To get to the dollar amount we're talking about, it's probably going to take financing from a lot of different.
I like the sound of that. Been thinking funny enough of Masahiro Sakurai's channel on YouTube, where he talks about these things so much. You get a lot of behind the scenes knowledge there. I've fallen behind on the videos so much. I used to like watch every last video that he did on that, and yeah.
Hopefully you get a chance to work on
He's done so many that I haven't watched. Like he mostly aims in at people who are interested in creating games, and I don't think I'm ever gonna do that. But even so, it's nice to look at them, at those videos he does. Psycho Odyssey. I have seen this screen before somewhere. Nice.
To submit your game for future Day of the Devs, or to just hear about Day of the Devs in general, go to dayofthedevs.com for more info.
Thank you to all the incredible sponsors that have been with us since the very beginnings of Day of the Devs. We're going on 11 years. We could not pay for any of this without these sponsors. They donate to us. Ask for
What is that Xbox thing? ID?
Case of incredible games from indie devs all around the world. So please applaud.
Is that Xbox itself? It looks like a different logo.
On the screen, we appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you. Thank you again to the incomparable Dose One. He's been supplying the beats for all the transitions between all these amazing games. ever since we started doing these digital showcases for Day of the Devs. Thank you again. You're a hero amongst heroes.
I think they're about to end it, by the way. They have one final thing, I think.
Day of the Devs yet again. If you're looking for more information or you just want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go to dayofthedevs.com. The URL on your screen. Follow us on social media. We got more coming up this year. Thank you to our friend Jeff Keighley. The Summer Game Fest showcase was amazing. We're so happy to be a part of Summer Game Fest for these last many years. Definitely stick around. We're not completely done yet. We have a musical performance featuring the sounds of New Caledonia, thanks to our friends who made the game Chia. It's worth it. It's really cool. Happening right now.
Okay, well, why not? Let's watch this. Wish I could make the volume a bit louder though. This is... The volume has been... Feels like it's been very low throughout the entirety of it. So this is that game... I'm guessing that game they're showing is what they call New Caledonia there? Don't know anything about it, but okay. Again, it's one of those games that has those graphics I've been seeing so much lately. Well, kind of. There's some difference here and there. I mean, I'm not asking for like Unreal Engine, top of the line graphics or anything like that. It's the graphical style, rather, that I'm pointing out. Because there's all sorts of different styles as well. Some of them are so timeless. I think this one is timeless in a way too. But what other one is a good example of like a timeless design? I don't remember. There was something. Well, the original Mortal Kombat games before Mortal Kombat 4, you know, where they had like actors doing everything and they look very super realistic, right? Forget what is the name for those kinds of graphics, but yeah. There's something timeless about those. And I'm thinking about them because I've been in the Mortal Kombat high lately. Because of the latest game. Fantastic showcase today. Mortal Kombat 1-2, as I like to call it. I'm gonna keep calling it like that. Especially to differentiate it from the original Mortal Kombat. That's the one I'm gonna call Mortal Kombat 1. And the other one is gonna be Mortal Kombat 1-2. 12. It's hard to be speaking over this music. Was that person just snorkeling without any more gear there? Interesting. I don't know, I've never gone snorkeling or underwater swimming like that, so I don't know. Nice performance, nice, and that's Day of the Devs right there. Yes, I'm glad we were able to stay for Day of the Devs here too. For this, I was thinking I wasn't gonna watch it, but it was worth it. It was worth it to stick around for it as well. That was fantastic, though. I'm glad to have been able to officially co-stream the Summer Game Fest, including Day of the Devs right here. If any of you play Warframe and you watch for at least 30 minutes the stream here, you watch the stream for at least 30 minutes here, you should have a drop for that now. A drop that I don't think I'm gonna get because I'm watching the stream itself on the YouTube side. When the Diablo 4... Diablo, that's how you say it. Anyway, when the Diablo 4 servers shit themselves and people ended in a 200 million plus queue. Sorry, I didn't see your message there, miss. What were you talking about? What was that in response to? I like the logo on this. I don't think I didn't notice. I noticed the little party hat with 10 years on it. That was nice. Oh, what is this? I think there is more. Oh, 200 minutes. Okay. There's more. I don't think we're gonna stay for this one though, but Devolver Direct from Devolver Digital. There's still more. Like, wow. And there's more. I really need to stream a Nintendo Direct again one of these days. Just me trying to play Diablo 4? Oh. Oh, that's what it is. I thought you meant a queue of 200 million players for a moment. Okay, gotcha. Thought you were reacting to something on the stream for a moment, but alright. Well, you know, Diablo 4 is still very recent, lots of players playing it, that's no surprise. That's a good thing for the game, though. Very, very good thing. See, before I played Final Fantasy XIV, I imagined the queues were always like that. 2 million players at 200 million, I can imagine that, honestly. that is a lot, actually, that is way more than I thought. But, okay, should we end it here? I think we should. I don't know how much is gonna come in the Devolver Direct here, but looks kinda nice. But I think we're going to end it right here for the Summer Game Fest. So let's get back to the portal here and play the music again. Let's restart the music. This is one of my favorite songs from Stream Beats Chiptune. You know, if I can find a way to maybe make it the intro, along with "Roll Me in Stardust," that's the name of the song I use for the intro. Might be good too. But yeah, something called "Roll Me in Stardust" of course fits me very well, doesn't it? All right, let me do something with the stream here for a moment. I want to keep it open, like somewhere else. This is still great though, they still have a little bit of stuff incoming. There's still people watching, like thousands of people still watching it, tens of thousands. So that's good. And well, first of all though, as we are about to end this here, I want to say a lot of thanks to Jeff Keighley and all the team involved in Summer Game Fest and the Game Awards as well, for making it possible to officially co-stream the stream like this. Me and many other streamers, I'm assuming, here on Twitch, and yeah, there were many on YouTube as well. I already saw that some people were streaming it like that. It was fantastic. I was able to get a lot of great assets to be able to do that. I'm very happy with the way the thumbnail came out for the stream here. And well, you'll see the thumbnail again on the BOD. If you want to see the thumbnail, you can check on Twitter and Discord, as I usually do for the live announcements here. Maybe I should start doing that as well for the YouTube streams. Well, I don't, because I don't do it for them because they're set up differently, because it's a whole waiting room situation for them. But yeah. Alright, actually, let's get back to this screen here. A reminder of what we have going on this week. So, this week, it was a Summer Game Fest right here. Tomorrow on 6 PM Eastern Time, the regular start time. Well, not that regular anymore, but back to that start time tomorrow for more Final Fantasy Friday. I was debating whether I wanted to do more crafting and gathering like that. Which, by the way, I still haven't played it since last Friday. Probably need to... I might have time today, actually. I might have time to do a little bit of stuff today. Doing some roulettes. So I need to keep practicing my astrologian healer. My astrologian healing, I mean. And, well, more of that crafting and gathering there. But, yeah. We are gonna go back at last to the Heavensward quests. And then on Archive Karaoke. I need to train my voice a little bit because it's been so weak lately. It was so weak today. Though it's a little bit better now. Maybe because I've been talking so much during the stream and all that. But yeah, and then back to good old Japanese learning. And both of those are at a 7 PM Eastern starting time. Alright, let us get back to the multi-dimensional portal. Right there. So it's been lovely. I know there's still stuff incoming. The Devolver Direct, it seems like. But for now, I'm gonna leave it there, and we're gonna end the stream with that. Were you hype about anything, Maniacs? Personally, the thing that was hyped for the most, Sonic Superstars, Mortal Kombat 1, 2, I was already super hyped for that. And it blew me away! The cameos right there blew me away. Yeah, have a good one, Mist. We're still gonna do a raid right now. Actually, yeah, let me start seeing who we can raid. Who we can leave an invasion from another dimension to. Nice to see a few people streaming here. Yes, some people are still streaming, are still co-streaming that. It's so funny, I see that Devolver Direct thing in the thumbnail there. And there it is, the Game Awards and special events here. Great stuff. But what was I saying? I was saying something before I started looking for the raid here. I forgot. But okay, I know who we're gonna raid. Yeah, This person has been live for like an hour now, so that's perfect, I think. Oh yeah, I was talking about the stuff I'm hyped for the most. Crash Team Rumble, which was announced so casually. Sonic Superstars, I mean, it's not just the name, it's not just the name. It's the look of the game itself, like... I want to see more details about it. Because it kind of looked like they were remaking all the 2D stages in that 2.5D style, if we can call it like that. And the co-op gameplay, having Amy, Knuckles, Tails, and Sonic in there, like... You can play together with a squad of 4 people. That already looks amazing to me. Let me center myself here. Why does it always keep looking like I'm leaning to the right like this? It's so messed up. I'm getting so super obsessed about that, but yeah. Let me see. Hold on. Let me recenter myself here. Alright, I think it's a little bit more centered now. But yeah. Those were the things I was hyped for the most. There are some fantastic things in there. Some things about Alan Wake 2 look great, you know. The Final Fantasy 7 stuff. I don't even know what's going on with the story anymore. Like a sort of timeline change. A certain character that died is alive now. There's like sequel to the sequel of Final Fantasy 7. I don't even know what's going on with it anymore, but it does look great. One day I'll finish Final Fantasy 7. One day I'll play the remakes as well and all that stuff. But that day is not coming yet. Final Fantasy though, I want to continue having that. I want to continue having that be a great part of my life though. Oh, also, here's something I didn't get to use, by the way. Probably should have shown it on this screen because we do have space for it. I just noticed we have a great amount of space for it, like in the upper right of the screen. Let me see. They gave me this nice looking badge. Very big right here, so let me yeah, I should have had this from the beginning. Though we were mostly there on the other screen, but there we go. Summer Game Fest official co-streamer. I'm hoping to have this same thing happen again for next year. Provided I still do the Summer Game Fest on next year and all that. I would love to see that. And then the Game Awards later this year. I've never streamed the Game Awards, but I do love love the show. Been watching it nearly every year since 2018, and it's been around for much longer than that, but the first time I watched them was in 2018. Also had a fantastic Mortal Kombat announcement there. That's where they announced Mortal Kombat 11, if I recall correctly. Yeah, I recall correctly. The way they announced it was so funny. But yeah, that is the little badge for being an official co-streamer of that. Alright, let's end it right here, but first let me drop the raid here. Feel free to copy and paste either version of the raid message. And as for who we're gonna raid, well, you know I love drinking tea, right? As you see right here. And well, something you use tea for a lot is cups. And there's this great VTuber called Captain Cuppy Cup. And that's who we're gonna raid right there, so make sure you drop the invasion from another dimension if you want to participate in the chat right there, while we raid Captain Cuppy Cup. It's been a super hype stream, everyone. Fantastic Summer Game Fest stream right here. Thank you for joining me, everyone. Let's end it right here and drop the raid to Captain Cuppy Cup. Arigato minna. Osukai-sama desu. Bye, bye, bye. Thanks for coming.